So every character, well, if
We're live on twitch.tv/Cuck of the Wook.
Cuck of the Wook.
Hell yeah. All right. Before we get into any role playing of the long rest or whatever you guys want to do with that, a little recap since it's been a while. You guys completed what I'm gonna call like the Rivermarch saga, where pretty much you guys took on what was left of the gangs there. Besides the Peshies, you don't know what their fate was. But the almost wanted to say Belmont, not the Belmont, the blanking.
Barbaros?
Barbaros?
Barbaros. Thank you.
Barbaros?
Thank you. I can't even remember what I wrote. The Barbaros. You guys finished them off as well as the Gattusos. And then you realize the city was under attack by a bunch of kobolds. You went to the school to grab Kinny and rescue him. Upon getting there, you found you did find Kinny, who was hidden away by High Elder Zarilamir of the school, who is really depressed and was ready to die, but you talked him out of it. And so he came along with you and helped you in your fight against the Markovs and some of their like monsters. Unfortunately, Professor Baumgartlinger was team killed by our good friend Rango. Almost called you Sigmund. Wrong campaign. And his
Still doesn't
blew
know.
up.
Rango still doesn't know that's a thing.
Yeah, that's right. Rango doesn't know. Who does know? Does everybody else know except for Rango at this point?
I think doesn't only Ghenghu?
I think, yeah.
Ghenghu was the only one out there when it happened, and then there was a big mess with the like monstrosity.
Yeah.
That I think distracted.
What was this again?
When I blasted Baumgartlinger with a nat 1.
It was literally 2 inches from my face.
Yeah. You know.
Saw it happen. I do not trust your blast in the slightest, dude. If you're a shooting, I'm getting out of the way, dude.
Oh no,
because
man.
I'm next.
I'm next.
But you managed to fight your way through the Markovs, killing that entire crime mob family. And then sneaking out of the city with yourselves and Kinny.
Hey, that's pretty good.
And you kind of set up camp on a hill overlooking the city as it seemed to just burn away through the night. Some people escaping the city would pass by every once in a while or stop for a little bit.
As hell, Luke.
But move on.
8 fucking months.
So now we're caught up. So it's currently long rest time. Is there anything that anybody's doing during this long rest or this little brief pause in time?
So what time did we get to this hillside?
Like 2-3 in the morning. So by the time the long rest's over, it'll be like basically morning, like 10 a.m.
Okay. Well, I'll spend the first 4 hours fucking meditating.
Okay.
I'm gonna just try to make sure Kenny's okay, and then I'll crash.
Yeah. Kenny's calm with you. He's cool with you.
I'm gonna sit on the hillside, not really conscious of my surroundings, but staring at the city in flames.
Cool.
Just kind of zoned.
Right.
I'm going to feel like we're not out of the woods yet, so I'm a little antsy, so I'm gonna go back to back with Ghenghu. As he stares at the city, I'll stare the other way, but I'm gonna conk out for 8 hours.
Is there are there small caravans and groups of people that are
Yeah. So as you're sitting there and kind of just made this makeshift camp on this hillside, you'll see like carriages with a family on it pass by with whatever belongings they can get out, or a couple stragglers just on foot walking past you. Some city guards, some civilian, just a random assortment of people just kind of escaping out of Rivermarch in your all's direction.
Okay.
All right. So as the sun starts to come up,
I'd like to take the other 4 hours. I'll kind of wake up or break out of the meditation, and I'll start reading through or I guess I'll cast Comprehend Languages as a ritual, and then start reading through the Abyssal book or whatever.
Cool.
Tome or whatever the fuck.
So pretty much that tome informs you that Kristina Markov is a little bit of a diary / tome and scribblings of which she was practicing, which was like blood magic. So she basically talks about it in a real crazy manner about how living in the sewers, they came into contact with the kobolds. Basically, they decided to work together. She got into contact with Tiamat, was corrupted by Tiamat, and then started this really just madness over like wanting power and just in gathering power and in wealth and this need for like greed, and basically like talks about how like she was going to be the ruler of Rivermarch and then Branacor and all these diluted images of how life was going to be in her mind. And then you just see all this stuff about this witchcraft with this blood magic that she was practicing.
Okay.
This witch is crazy.
So it was crazy.
You crazy.
And then we discussed a little bit between the sessions about as far as rituals go.
Yep.
So I'm gonna perform that ritual.
Okay. Do you just gonna perform it? Do you want to like describe how like it works, or you want me to describe it?
I guess I'm gonna. So mechanically, I have to transcribe the text from into my ledger. So, I'll basically just the text from the Abyssal book. I'm gonna write it in blood in the ledger.
Okay. Cool. So you
Whose
copy
blood?
it down to your leather.
My blood.
Wow.
Where do you get it?
I'll just like prick my finger.
Which
just
one?
kind of blot over and over again.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So you write down that spell, and I
Better
gave
not be
you
your
all
shooting hand.
And then I'll use the 10 minutes or whatever's required to like cast the ritual for the day.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, I already sent you the information on using that, so you have the ability to use that now. Cool. All right.
That's pretty much it for me.
All right. As the sun rises and you guys begin to stir from your slumber, the fire has now dwindled down into just kind of billowing smoke pouring out of the city into the sky. It almost just looks like smokestacks from like a factory in our time, just going crazy. Occasionally there'll be like a straggler or two that walks past you guys without even really kind of paying attention to you, just zoned out, walking in one direction down the road, just following where the road goes. And so as you sit on this hillside, in that direction is Rivermarch, and then behind you, you see way down the road, you see a really, really tall mountain. That's peak you can't even see. It's above the clouds. And it seems as it goes up, it gets cold and perhaps even snowy and icy near the top.
I'm gonna get up and with just a blank stare, blank mind, just turn around and just start walking towards that icy mountain.
When he shifts, I guess that's how I'll wake up. Oh, Jesus! Rango! Oi!
Yes, sir.
Lads! Oh, I thought you were just walking away.
I'm walking, but I can still
Oh.
hear you.
Where are you going?
I'll start gathering my things.
I guess. You know, I'm getting a little homesick. I think it's time to go home.
Just Starmount. Is that big thing up there?
It does look kind of familiar. From a different angle, maybe. I think maybe I was on the other side. I just know I can't go back to that. I can't go back to that town. And this seems like the only other way to go. So.
Has Ojitai woken up yet?
Yeah, I'll be getting up, sorting Kinny out.
Okay.
I'll
I'll
meet you guys.
I'll kind of walk
Kenny's a little rough
towards.
to get woken up, man. He's not ready to get up yet. He wants to sleep in today, but you're able to nudge him up.
Kenny.
I kind of approach Ojatai, and I'm like, "Hey, you know, with your maps there about how close we are, what road we may need to take to get to Sumber Hills from here?"
The direction is that again? That's like southwest of us, right?
Yeah, it's
Southeast.
Southeast. So like basically, there's a road that goes straight down, and so if you keep going south, you'll run into it eventually.
Okay. Do you think it would be? Would I know how long of a trek it would be?
It's about.
Well,
let me
is
go look
this
through the map.
not? No, never mind. I guess I would take a slightly alternative route when I first met you guys because we were coming from east of Rivermarch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
you guys-
So I
yeah,
guess we're making a triangle from where we
Pretty much.
were.
Yeah.
So I went diagonal to meet you guys. We went left into the city, and now we're going down.
Yep.
So.
So yeah, it's maybe 3-4 hours of a trek down to the south. Is that the direction you guys start heading?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Do
done
you-
sulking over the city. Like I can't possess this in my mind anymore.
We're traveling to Sumber Hills or the base of Starmount?
General direction.
Okay.
I would say as of right now is the intention.
Yeah. So as you continue following this road, it's surrounded by like woodlands on either side. Sometimes open fields. You see wildlife. Occasionally, you'll even see a few what now are assumed to be like refugees that have camped out for the night, kind of packing up their things and figuring out where they need to move along next. You continue on this road for a couple hours without really any kind of encounters with anybody. You don't notice anything. I mean, occasionally wildlife will cross your path, but nothing crazy. And you kind of come to a fork in the road, and it is one of those like road signs that's got like the little points off in different directions. You see one that points off to the east, and that one says Sumber Hills. You see one that points off to the west, and that one says Starmount. Or from your all's direction, it'd be flip flop. So to the west would be Sumber Hills, and to the east Starmount. And then it points straight, and then it says Thighsguard. So there's 3 different directions you guys could head.
And what is our understanding of? I know I remember what Starmount's about, but what's the description of Sumber Hills and Thighsguard?
So Sumber Hills is kind of like this real quiet village. A lot of like farmers live there. There is what?
Drew that goddamn mug.
He's got to like backhand it to drink it.
Oh, I got a thing. I didn't even see.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Sumber Hills is kind of like this real quiet, quaint village. Not very big at all. Mainly farmers. There's a little like river that passes by. They do some fishing there. A lot of adventurers find this as a place to kind of settle down. It's real quiet. Nothing really happens here. Very small. Starmount is this real secretive science place, although a lot of businesses go there because they are kind of like the pinnacle of technology and magic and just innovation in general. So a lot of like business goes down there. Rango would have heard of this place, talked about before. And then Thighsguard is like Valerie's main city inside Ranacor. It is super posh. There is a huge divide between the wealthy and the poor. There's not really a middle class. Either you're super rich in the city or you're super poor. Mostly elves, and it's got a river kind of like Venice running through the middle of it. Really beautiful. And like I said, mostly made up of Valerie's citizens or people from Valerie.
Okay. As we're making our way to this like crossroads, I'd like to have like some chit chat. And I'll kind of like I don't know what the marching order is, but I'm assuming I'd be like somewhere in the middle, and I'm gonna be like, fellas, I know we're heading south, but where exactly? What's the plan from here? I'm a bit beat after fucking everything that happened in Rivermarch. Honestly, feeling a little defeated.
The only thing I want to do is go home and get some answers, I guess.
Yeah. I understand, Ghenghu. I'd have to tend to side with Rango. I feel like a little decompressing is in order.
I just real lackadaisically open my chest. But these will pick you up if you want some, but I understand.
Oh,
Ghenghu.
that's a very gracious offer, Ghenghu. Hammer, bro. But I will pass this time.
Ghenghu, was it
Huh?
Starmount or Sumber that you called home?
I believe it was the outskirts of Sumber. Just on the edge. It wasn't quite in the town. My creator liked to be, I wouldn't say distant, but that's almost the best word for it. He didn't really like other people. Seems like he's had bad experiences in the past. So he just resorted to me. I was it. It was just me, and then I found the others.
Would
That's it.
Do you believe that he would welcome you back? Or more importantly, welcome us?
Kinny?
I don't see why. But now Kenny is a different story. We've been reading about alligators for months, and we've never seen one like that.
Just make him a dog. It's fine.
We've got a pretty glaring elephant dragon in the room here that we need to address.
Hit me with it, Ojitai.
I'm just a
Pick up
motion
Kinny. Oh, I thought you were gonna pick up Kinny and hit him.
Yeah.
Just hit him with Kinny.
Listen, I mean, Orlo's not much into gators, but I'm sure he would be interested. Just we don't have to disguise him. We don't have to do anything. I'm sure he would welcome us with open arms, or at least I hope.
Less concerned with him turning away Kenny as I am trying to test.
We could tie him to a pole. We could throw him in the cellar. I could lay on top of him.
Whoa. Are we talking about Kinny or Orlo here?
Wait, are we talking about Kenny?
Who are you talking about? Tied to poles.
About Kenny.
Kenny with the fat tail? No.
Who are you talking about?
Well, I just wanted to be. I was trying to figure out who you're trying to tie up here.
Yeah.
All right. Listen.
I'm a little out of it. Let's just. I think Orlo would welcome us with open arms.
Well,
that's what I hope. Now, you guys are more than welcome to split path and go elsewhere, but I believe my fate leads back to that farm.
All right. Well, what do you think about this? What if we direct towards Sumber Hills? We find your creator's farm. We stop in, have a chat, and then take some time in the hills. Give ourselves a chance to recoup and gain our strength, our wits back, and then maybe we can head to Starmount and find some of those answers you're looking for. I imagine, being the scientific novelty that it is, it would only make sense after conquering Rivermarch that the army might set its sights on Starmount. So maybe we go and help fortify, warn, whatever that looks like. But I'll be honest with you, lads, I know Ghenghu is ready to go home, and I need a nap.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, buddy.
Well, I believe that going to Sumber Hills, and I pray to God we can lay low. I don't know if chiming in with Orlo is gonna accomplish that for us or not.
I mean, if it would be more comfortable for Orlo, maybe we, the three of us and Kinny, find ourselves a spot to settle in, let Ghenghu know, and Ghenghu, you can stop in and say you have friends and see what he says.
Absolutely. I'd say it's worth a shot.
Despite how poor business has been as of yet here in Brennicore, I do have a hand down in Sumber Valley, or Sumber Hills, I should say, that's waiting to hear from me, so I'll need to chime in with him at some point as well.
Well, you better make sure he's not in Sumber Valley. That's on the other side of the continent.
Sumber Valley?
The opposite of
What?
Sumber Hills, really?
I'm just kidding.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah, so
Do we have a list, Cole, where
yes.
you have your...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in my notes.
Okay.
It's like the Disneyland, Disney World dilemma, Sumber Hills, Sumber Valley, they get mixed up all the time.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
One's in the
Oh, we're
north,
actually
one's
walking in the wrong
south.
direction.
I hope you're ready for this one, Ryan, because he's good.
All right.
His description
Where
is
in
very
your
to the
notes
point.
is it?
Very bottom. And other.
The very bottom. And other. Okay. Oh no. How do you say the last name? Ifrit?
Ifrit.
Okay.
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 Hey,
I don't even know if I have a... Oh yes, I got it.
Perfect.
We're golden. I got it.
All right. All right.
I was worried about a token, but I have come across the greatest. Okay.
All right.
So you guys are headed towards
we're cutting
Sumber
towards
Hills. Okay.
Sumber.
Y'all.
Does
Ghenghu-
Ojatai have any input on any of it? Or
I agreed that
do we have Kenny disguised as a dog?
No.
I haven't even fucking bothered.
Yeah, I told him
everything
not to
just-
bother about it.
Ghenghu, could you be so kind as to remind me, before even the beginning of this adventure, how long had you been awakened?
So I have been created and awoken for 2 months, but I wouldn't say my consciousness was fully there for 2 months, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's slow. It's potentially an exponential curve that started off very low, and it's starting to creep up. I'm getting smarter and smarter as the days go.
Right. Okay. Cool. So, with Orlo, you've probably had maybe like a month with him cognitively.
Yeah, and most of it was learning how to be his basically science hand, because he does a lot of agricultural work and medicine work, and then basically found a machine graveyard, freaked the fuck out, ran, and found you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Which
So
we're aware of the graveyard, right?
Yes. Well, it's not a graveyard. It is his workshop.
Yeah.
With just a bunch of pieces of, like he's building another one.
Yeah.
But the way Ghenghu would have explained it,
Right.
Yeah,
it
that's
would
what
have been a graveyard.
that's what makes me tentative to.
And if this were a movie, it would flash back to something, and there was some moment on the farm where I looked into the greenhouse and saw my reflection in the glass and had self-realization for the first time, just before all this occurred. So I know who I am, or like what I am, what I look like, and then I went and saw that had PTSD, or just had traumatic experience, and then ran.
Yeah.
So
He Rene Descartes.
I almost forgot that Zarilamir has been with you guys this entire time, just super quiet.
Oh,
shit.
fuck. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that.
What?
Zarilamir,
Go on
get
somewhere. We
stuck
don't.
up on me, man.
I was carrying him the whole time he's been asleep. He just woke up. I lay him down.
It's where are we headed? What is the plan?
Yeah,
Must have been deep in meditation there, buddy.
Oh yeah, after an evening like the last, it was I was deep in thought. So plan.
So
We're gonna go
Zarilamir,
lay low in Sumber Hills.
Oh,
do you know anything about my kind? What you guys call units?
Units. Well, I do have some friends at Starmount. Obviously, some of the ones that were in Rivermarch.
Do you know of anyone named Orlo? Orlo Tremit?
The name doesn't ring any bells.
All right.
I heard of that name.
All right.
That's
all I need to know.
Yes, I spent most of my time at the school.
Learned
yeah.
man.
Yeah, Orlo's not much for education in the masses. All right.
He just builds robots.
Well,
he's pretty much a just self-bona fide genius.
If you don't mind,
yeah.
Since we're at this crossroads now, I think I will make my way to Starmount. As I do have some friends there. And perhaps board with them for a few days until I figure out what my plan is.
Say, Zarilamir, before you go, just how many of me are there?
I'm not sure. I've heard talks of them experimenting with him. None as conscious as you, I would say.
So I seem to be a recent discovery.
Perhaps, yes. Or something different altogether. I'm not sure.
Perhaps a recent revelation.
But automatons and warforged, those are not my specialty. I'm not
fair enough.
Very knowledgeable of that kind of thing.
Thank you, Zarilamir. Safe travels.
Before I go, I'd like to say thank you for pulling me out of that dark hole I had myself in. There's definitely more beyond Rivermarch. And honestly, maybe I wasn't utilizing my knowledge and powers that the way I should have. I can see that the world could utilize the help of someone like me. I've been selfish. So thank you.
Well, you've helped us more than you'll know, so.
Do you plan to stay in Starmount for long?
I'm not sure. I feel that's where I'm being called to go. I feel that's where my path leads. But yes, thank you. And then he takes a second, and he looks down at Kinny, and he gives him a quick pat on his head. He goes, "Don't tear up anyone else's furniture."
Step forward and outstretch my hand. Best of luck, Zarilamir.
And he gives you a hand. He shakes your hand. Thank you. Best of luck to the rest of you, and hopefully our paths will cross again soon.
Safe travels.
And he gives a grin and a nod, and he diverts his path off.
Jesus Christ, finally. Thought we'd never get rid of that old blood.
I've changed my mind.
I'm gonna tag along.
He's still here.
5 feet away.
So, what is Summer Hills like?
Yeah.
Quite a quaint place. So you guys, you watch as he branches off and he heads up towards the path that seems to be leading to this never-ending mountain above the clouds, the peak above the clouds, and you can see as he starts to trek towards that. You turn away, and once again, you head down the path to the left of that, and it is full of forest and then open fields again for about half an hour. You pass by a couple homes throughout, a couple small farms, and then finally, Ghenghu, you start to get to an area that's familiar. You see groves of trees that
I've
you
ran through.
remember. Yeah. These, yeah.
Frolicked.
So if you guys want to open up the map, when I originally was thinking of where I lived, it's like you see where the nameplates are of Starmount and Sumber Hills.
Yeah.
Like south of that, still on the Starmount Mountains. So like barely south of Sumber Hills, but just on that ridge.
Yeah.
That's where he's at. So we would pass Sumber Hills on the left, the city itself, before we got to Orlo's.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
But yeah,
So when we get
recognize.
about that spot, based on what like Serge said earlier, are you gonna go to Orlo's farm alone? Catch up with us in Sumber?
Well, not quite to Sumber yet. I would say Sumber's still another 10 minutes. It'll be on our left. At that point, if we would want to split, then I can go see Orlo and meet you guys back in the city, or I can bring one of you guys with me. Serge, I prefer you. Rango, I don't trust you. And Ojutai, no offense, but you gotta watch after Kinny. But yeah, if we would like to split, I am
Ghenghu, what happened?
Are you just not gonna remember Baumgartlinger?
What do you mean? He died?
You decimated him in front of my eyes.
What? What do you mean?
You're telling me you don't know?
Thank
Oh
you.
my! I was right there. Baumgartlinger crouched down and he was so scared. He just wanted to come in and throw his bombs, and then he fell over. And next thing I know, a blast comes in and takes off his head. And that was it. And you guys just came in like nothing happened. So I just played along with it and thought you guys knew.
Are you sure?
So, I'm fairly sure because I've been hit by one before. I'm fairly sure. So yeah, just take the day to, give me some space and allow me and Serge to go see Orlo, and we'll meet back up with you later.
I'm gonna be eyeballing towards Saoirse and Ojutai, like looking for like a sign of if they know, like.
I'm just Neil deGrasse.
Wait, was it Ojutai?
Rango a look of like, is this true?
Was it anyone else?
I'm in
No.
dismay. I'm in dismay.
No one was on.
Not able to see that
because Ojutai was there, and I think he ran out just before it happened.
I ran out. I didn't have a line of sight on Baumgartlinger.
Yeah,
I had line of sight on both Rango and Baumgartlinger. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, it was like that little crack.
Yeah, there was like two pillars, and I saw right in the middle of the two.
I think I had Rango roll to see who he hit.
Yeah.
And then
because he rolled pretty damn low. Yeah. That's funny. All right, that's the plan. So I would say we're still north of this town, right? I always forget what this place is called. Sumber Hills. We're still like slightly north of it.
Right. Yeah.
Rango. By the way, like as you they kind of dart your eyes over. I'm literally Neil deGrasse Tyson. Tyson just like I don't know. I'm sorry.
I'm just like, yeah.
Someone.
Yeah, I'm just like processing that I killed Baumgartlinger.
At this point, you know what I've learned. The only thing guaranteed is death. And we just keep walking.
All right.
Hey,
so
Ghenghu.
Go ahead.
Death and Hema Bros. Clink.
Praise Morden.
Got him.
Praise
Morden. I love that. I love that Ghenghu's just kind of became like my like little mine, but
Well, I'm quite literally a
little
sponge.
disciple. Yeah.
I love money because of Rango, and I just praise Morden because of you.
As those two are kind of walking away from Rango, I'm just gonna over the spy's murmur to both of them.
Are we splitting here?
That's what
I think this is where it splits. Yeah.
Well, if we start splitting, I'd like to say something before they walk away too. I didn't realize that we were splitting right here.
Cool. So as
Yes,
you guys
Rango.
walk down the path a little further, you come to another crossroads. One is a small, almost hidden path that leads off in between some hills and some trees that Ghenghu would know to be.
I think it's quite literally my footsteps from about a week ago.
Yeah, you can see the indents of where your feet were. And then the main road that kind of heads off towards Sumber Hills.
Branches all the way through, just in the shape of
Ghenghu, yeah. Perfectly shaped, yeah.
You see a halfway
just plowed
decayed
through
bunny into the ground.
I think I know the way.
Then, as we split paths, I just want to be like, I'd be like finishing processing and notice that they're like veering off, and I'd be like, Ghenghu, if that really is what happened, it was a bloody accident, and I'm sorry. But if you,
Rango, this isn't the first time, and I just turn around and leave.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Then if Ghenghu turns away, then I'm gonna turn to Sersh and I'm gonna be like, Sersh, keep a good eye on him. After the way that he described his time at Orlo's, I don't know about it.
You got it, Rango. I'll keep him safe. Belly bump and all.
Belly bump and all.
I don't really know what that means, but I'm gonna do it.
All right.
As they're walking away, I'm just gonna kind of tap the spy's murmur in the ear and say to both of them, if anything comes up, keep in touch.
What's the range on those?
It's a mile.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Is Orlo's place within a mile of?
I would say no.
Yeah, probably a little bit further than a mile away. So you'd be just out of range. What about message? How far away?
Fucking no. It's like 120 feet.
Like 100.
Can you put the map on Roll20?
Yeah. I'll
so that I can kind of pinpoint exactly where I was thinking that I was living.
We can add it to the map.
We can.
Yeah, you can draw it. There's a little thingy where you can type it. Shit over on the left.
So I was quite literally thinking like right here.
Okay.
So not quite, but close enough to both.
Cool. I'll add we'll do
Orlo's.
Boom.
Nice. Perfect.
And then I'll add a little.
So I'm imagining us running. Oh, my bad. Can I just control Z, or do I have to erase?
I can do this.
Perfect. So I'm imagining us like coming through here right now.
Yeah, that little gap in between.
This little gap. Yeah. And this is where we split, like right here.
Yeah. Sounds good. So as you guys branch off, we will start with Ghenghu and Sersha. Ghenghu, you lead the way down this path that kind of leads off for a few miles. And just like at the edge of some mountains, there's a little clearing with an open field, and just right in the middle of the open field, you see your home where you came from. It's a nice one-story like cabin, but then off to the right, almost bigger than the cabin itself, you see the greenhouse where you spent most of your days with Orlo, learning how to care for plants and farming and stuff like that.
Ghenghu. Is this
Yeah, Serge. This is the one.
Home?
This is the one. I mean, if you didn't notice, my feet prints are still here from when I was running earlier this week.
Oh my word. The massive.
Thank you. But yeah, this is it. Now, just allow me whenever we get there to allow me to go first. Just stay back.
Sure.
Okay. Overtime Rango, I'll drag you guys over so you can move around and see as well if you want what's going on. But
All right. If he goes in, I'm going to lean against this and take out the Tome of Understanding and just read for
Cool.
however long he's in
so
there.
that's like just a barrel, so you lean up against the barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghenghu, you approach the front door.
Yes. Well, I look through this window first to see if anyone's home. I kind of catch a glimpse, so I know I see his arm.
Yeah, you see him moving around back in the back there.
Does he see me?
I guess
No, he's not looking. He seems to be messing with stuff in the house.
I guess before he goes in, I'd just be like, Ghenghu, I know this place is conflicted for you, and
Yes,
I'll
sir.
be right out here. All right. If you
know
need
what?
anything, you just let me know.
You know what, Serge? Stay up here with me.
You want me to go in with you?
Knock, knock, knock.
All right. So
Answers that.
you rasp on the door, and after a few minutes, not a few minutes, like 10, 20 seconds, the door begins to creak open as Orlo opens the door. And for a moment, you both just kind of stare at each other. And he just looks at you, and you see his eyes light up. Ghenghu! Oh, I thought I lost you forever. Oh, and then he kind of comes forward, he get a little closer, and he stops. What has happened to you? You are damaged, Ghenghu.
Orlo, I was seeing if you could repair me.
Who is this?
This is oh, sorry, I'm so rude. Orlo, this is Serge. He's my hammer bro.
Hammer bro. Oh.
Yes, if you haven't noticed, I do have a hammer now. I've graduated from your little farmhand. I'm kind of a big deal now.
Yes.
Hey,
Angst.
I just kind of like give him a slight bow and just.
For Ghenghu, let me do that real quick.
There we go.
As Ghenghu moves out of the way of this doorway, you see an elderly dwarven man, kind of
Shit, he's a
like
dwarf?
with a cane, just kind of like, and he's just looking at you, and he's got like a gray beard, real long hair, it's all braided and stuff.
All right,
and he's looking back at you, and so Ghenghu
see that
says,
he's a dwarf and obviously my elder, so I'm just going to give him a respectful bow and just. It's an honor to finally meet you, sir. Ghenghu's spoke often of you.
What have you been doing?
Not often. No, he's mentioned you and your great work, and it's just.
What have you been doing with that hammer? He's not even really paying
attention.
attention.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step back, embarrassed.
What do you mean you're
I don't know how to
Serge,
I don't know how to react.
I'm sorry. We'll do some more talking later.
What do you mean you're a big deal?
Okay. It's nice to meet you.
No, Serge.
Oh, okay.
Stay here, hammer bro. I need you.
Ghenghu, please.
I need you.
Orlo, please.
Come inside. Come. I beckon, please.
He sounds like
bacon.
Rick.
You noticed?
He sounds like Rick from Rick and Morty, man.
You noticed that we extended these doorways to be 5'9.5" inches wide.
They're like really wide.
I'm just As I walk through, I'm just gonna like take a second, just.
You see, like it's like the walls look like they've been up for a while all around, but then like the doorway, you see like freshly like cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carved out sections. Yeah. That's funny.
And then
Orlo,
you see him sit down on this bench.
Orlo, I have some questions.
Come. Come.
Yes, Orlo.
You sit on the bench and you hear it crack a little bit underneath you.
We're
Orlo
gonna have
doesn't
to
seem be
reinforce that
fine.
again, Orlo.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry.
What do you mean a big deal? What have you done? Where have you been?
Well,
Been so long.
Orlo,
Weeks without you.
how many of me are there?
Straight to the point.
Only you. Ghenghu. Yeah. Only
I
you.
am the chosen one.
Did you say that?
No, I don't.
What is a chosen one?
So, only me.
Do I smell fire salts?
Damn it, Ghenghu, we talked about this.
Orlo.
Is this what your allowance has been going to?
Oh no.
I have 2 kilo of fire salts, Orlo.
Oh god.
How much?
Ghenghu, what
Yeah.
happened? What?
Orlo, don't worry. I don't take
Obviously,
them.
you see, Saoirse, you see, he pulls out a rag that like almost like Ghenghu uses all the time, and he starts trying to scrub like the rust and like spots off Ghenghu. You've obviously been in the elements for too long.
Yeah,
Okay, as
been
he does
trying to-
that, as he does that, because like before we went down the night before, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I did do this. I'm gonna be like, oh, that's a good idea. So and he's just kind of like buffing, and I'm just gonna come up and touch Ghenghu, and I'm gonna try.
I grab my towel and hand it to you.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, so I take the towel and I'm like helping, and I'm just gonna try it, but I'm gonna cast a remove curse at 3rd level. Did we establish that was not a curse?
Let's go.
Uh,
I'll just try it.
oh.
I'll just try it anyway. I'm fine with that. So
yeah.
so I will cast remove curse and see what happens as buffing away with Orla.
Let me pull up that sheet really fast and double check.
I don't
But-
remember what it was.
You know what? You're casting at 3rd level. I'll allow it. It's
I'll
good.
fuck with it.
It's good. Yeah, it's good for the moment. So as you do that, you and Orlo scrub away, but you cast this. Do you make it obvious you cast this?
No, I want Orla to believe that he's doing it. I don't know why.
Ghenghu, you notice as the rust seems to dissipate, and you get your green, fresh metallic look back about you. The dents seem to bust
And I
out.
just get
Yeah, you feel lean again. You feel
So
lean for a 5 foot wide robot.
yeah. So you really think you're gonna fool Orlo with that? Like, this man is a trained veteran.
I just helping a fellow dwarf out, helping my hammer bro. I was curious. I didn't know if it would work. I'm very glad it did. You look great.
Well, thank you. I think this is the best shape I've been in months.
Ghenghu, what?
Oh, Rango. It's
Why
nice to see you. I'm just kidding.
Why have you run away, Ghenghu? Why? What
Orlo.
do you mean you're a big deal now? What
Orlo. I know. I know about the others.
What others? The other the mechanisms I was making in the cellar?
Mechanisms? They just happen to look just like me.
Yes, but these were
Orlo, you don't have to hide it anymore.
I'm not
Just
hiding
know.
anything.
We can be incredibly dangerous.
Are you threatening him right now?
I'm not threatening him. I'm just telling him.
We're just talking. We're just
Just telling. No, we're on good terms, but I've
Yeah.
always been blunt with the man.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ghenghu, those are not like you. They may appear like you, but they are. I was making other hands to help on the farm, but nothing will be like you.
Orlo.
You are one of a kind.
Orlo.
Yes.
I am the one and only. You said it yourself. Now let's keep it that way. Now, back to things that actually matter. I've got plenty more friends.
Saoirse. has he been getting this attitude from you? And he stands up.
I look at Serge and I'm like, honestly, I think I've been hanging around Rango too much.
What's a Rango? What is it?
Yeah. Yes.
Rango is a he, and
Is he part of your Hammer Brothers? Is he one?
In
No,
fact, he's in here right now.
Oh God!
by the gods.
As I
No.
look back, he dies.
No, he doesn't wield a hammer. He's more of an arcane trickster of sorts.
You see, he kind of gets real inquisitive. Look at you. It makes it almost kind of obvious. Arcane, where? From where?
Oh, he's a warlock with a
Yes.
patron, and he hasn't told us too much about, but he uses currency as a way of casting spells.
See, part of Valerie, Starmount.
No, sir. He's not.
Golden Circle?
No.
He is involved. He is involved in trade, and he's one of the heads of another rival company.
Yeah, now that you mention more about Rango, I don't really know much about him at all. This
Well, it's only been a week, so.
Yeah.
And he turns back to you. Ghenghu
But-
comes back to you, and that's why you shouldn't let him influence. I mean, this attitude you have about you is quite
Alright.
terrible. It's not appealing at all.
He's getting berated by his dad.
Orlo.
You're hanging out with the wrong folk.
Orlo. That's beside the point at the moment. We have 2 others. Well, 3 others. But
Two.
we,
Just 2. The third left and went to Starmount.
and a dog.
Yes, we have a dog.
You've been the one caring for this dog.
That's where you need to come in.
What do you mean?
Do you know anything about certain species of gator? Wings, fire sometimes.
Yes.
I'm just gonna like come up and just kind of lean down and just, don't be alarmed, sir, but he's speaking of a dragon.
Thirst.
You've seen a drake? There's drakes about.
He's a little tyke,
I believe we have one.
very young, not even in
You
his
have
early young years. He's
Where have you been? You have a dragon? Hammer
Like-
Bros? You talk about being the one?
Hey, you're putting the words in my mouth. You're the one that said
You've been gone for a week, Ghenghu. Where are the principles I thought I came across?
it. Well, according to my metrics, I've actually scaled about.
then I'm
0.8%.
gonna get a bit.
Said according to my metrics, I've actually scaled up about 5.8%
Well,
in every department.
I am gonna interject when he says that and be like, sir, with all due respect, if you say you've instilled principles, he's shown them with great honor. He's fought alongside us, kept me safe, kept the others safe. He
Saoirse is your name?
fought bravely, yes, sir.
Quiet for a moment.
It's your home, sir. It's fair. It's fair.
Can you see yourself out and shut the door
Now, Orlo,
for a few moments?
you can trust Serge.
Ghenghu, we must talk.
He's my hammer pro.
Yes, and he as he walks out the door, and he will remain, and then the door closes.
God damn it.
It literally closes just like that.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
I come to the window.
Orlo,
I'm just kidding.
things are changing.
Ghenghu, this is not the. I didn't mean for any of this. You were meant to live a simple life with me. Why? Why did you leave? What? One day you just took off without explanation.
There were
I need.
You know, you know what I've learned this past week is death exists. And down in that cellar was my first experience with death itself. Other versions of me being created, whether they have been or they were.
Ghenghu,
Or they,
those... I already told you, they are not like you at all.
yeah, I'm the one and only. You've said it. I understand. But let's keep it that way.
Yes.
Now,
Ghenghu, I need you to know that I want what's best for you.
Did I hear that
Orlo.
through the door?
Roll a perception check.
12.
No.
Damn it. All right, fair enough. I'm gonna eat a cabbage.
Cool.
Orlo,
I'm gonna eat a
Nom,
cabbage.
nom, nom.
Cabbage.
I think it's time for you to tell me why you left Starmount.
What do you know of Starmount?
What do I know about Starmount?
So what did you hear that I was once a part of Starmount?
Well, it's kind of obvious. You do have books on the shelves, you know, that in the back say come back to Starmount at any time. You know, I actually met a guy. I met a guy in Rivermarch that knew you.
What was his name?
You know, I'm not good with memory. Actually, I'm perfect with memory when I actually care, but
Do you want me to tell you his name?
yeah.
Okay. His name was Frederick Duchamps.
Oh, yeah. He came back to me. It was Frederick Duchamps. Ring a bell?
Maybe. What were you doing with him? In Rivermarch? You've been to Rivermarch?
Well, it wasn't really me. It was more so my squad, but you know, I just was tagging along. But he was trying to take me to Starmount. But Rango was a little apprehensive about that. Maybe he does have a good head on his shoulders.
Perhaps. Ghenghu, there's
I'm getting sidetracked.
Ghenghu, there's no need for you to go to Starmount. I left that life. It's not for me. I cared only of science and magic and innovation, not life itself.
How many people were trying to escape?
Well, Starmount, none that I'm aware.
So just you. So why'd you leave?
Because the values that they possess didn't exactly mesh with mine. I care more for life and nature, and
I see.
they just didn't. I just didn't have the same values as them. Ghenghu. What did he tell you? Did he?
Orla. He didn't tell me anything. He just told me to come with him. But we had other obligations, so
I'm glad you didn't. There's no place. They claim to be of education, but there's other types of education, healthier education. Stop.
well,
What I was trying to give you here before you ran away.
wait, what?
Ghenghu, I've always attempted to raise you as say you're not like the others. They would never have a personality like yours. But you've obviously adapted so much that there really is none like you.
So I'm not the one and only.
What do you mean? You keep saying this. What
How many of us units are there?
there's other warforged and automatons, but none like you. I keep saying this.
You know, Orlo,
Soon there would have been more. I hadn't finished making them. I was hoping you would. And he kind of squeezes past you. I was hoping you'd come with me and help. And then you see the cellar right here that you went down to my workshop. I didn't know you'd already seen, but
I'm going to use this. Never mind. So he's trying to lure me into the workshop.
no, he's not trying to lure you. He's just pointing that way. He's like, I didn't know
Okay,
you'd
okay.
already been there. We were, but it was going to happen later. First, I was showing you agriculture and some survival things.
Orlo, do you not even think for a second that my race is a dangerous race?
No, I'm not. No, not at all. Warforged are made to. Ghenghu, I've already said that you are one of a kind. Automatons, Warforged. I don't even know if you class as one of those.
Orlo, let's get back to the point. Can my friends stay here or not?
How many?
We have 2 and a dog.
Yes, the dog. But then also a dragon?
No. Just a dog. Well, there's no shame in hiding it anymore. Yeah, it's a mutated gator. Yeah.
I should have exposed you to the bestiality much earlier. You would have seen these things. Listen, okay, I've done my explaining. Where have you come across a dragon? Are you sure, Ghenghu? And he looks at you, Roll. Like, are you sure that you're talking about a dragon? Like, Ghenghu.
Yeah, I've got to go get Serge for this one. I don't know what a dragon is. I open the door. Serge, come on in. This man's wasting our time.
All right.
Ghenghu, So you open up the door.
Orlo, we need to know quick. Can we stay here or can we not? We have to find a place to take this gator. Because if we don't, someone's going to take him from us.
Ghenghu, I never wanted you to leave here. You were meant to stay here. So obviously.
All right. Serge, go find the boys.
Ghenghu.
Tell them that they're okay to stay.
All right.
Ghenghu.
We'll be back.
Orlo.
Talk about this. Hey, dragon. This makes no sense. So you start walking away.
Kind of.
Well, I guess in other
feel a
words,
little
I would say, Serge, it's okay. They can stay here. Just roam around. I'll keep talking to Orlo. Then we'll go back and find them. That's how I would word it.
Room in the greenhouse, perhaps.
Sounds perfect, Orlo.
All right, Dad said we could have a sleepover. Let's go.
I've changed my mind. Outside.
All right, then I will walk to Sumber.
All right.
What's the limit on reading and walking at the same time?
Roll a what would a comprehension be? Intelligence or wisdom?
Just a flat intelligence, maybe.
Yeah.
Just a flat check.
Flat intelligence, yeah. Imagine.
Just do do an intelligence check for me, and I'll tell you if you can read and walk.
I'll just walk, bro. It's fine.
Jeez.
This man can't read and walk. What a dude.
What did you roll?
I'm rolling that one.
Oh, you really can't read and walk.
Yeah, you just you
Take
just
one step.
Yeah, you've fallen.
I put the tome away and I just walk.
All right. Let me grab. Everybody, stay still for a second. Oh, Ghenghu, you're okay.
Yeah.
Let me grab you two.
Rango's here.
Yeah, I got them.
How far would we have made it in the time it took them to get to Orlo's?
You guys would have probably been there half an hour before. So if you want anything going on beforehand.
What, in
Saoirse-
Sumber Valley?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, oh fuck, we're here. Oh shit, what the?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So Saoirse, a
the
moment.
map is fucked. Right. Yeah, I would have just wanted to come here and then like found a tavern to fucking chill the fuck out.
All right.
Yeah, Rango's shit-faced drunk when they find him in the town.
So you walk around and you see like some farmhands working out in fields. You don't see anything that resembles like a tavern though.
I would say on our way like here, I would have been just talking with Rango a little bit of Rango, do you really believe that we can trust Kinny to your people to be taken to my temple? You think that's still plan here?
I'm running to the restroom real fast. I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
I guess.
Have your discussion.
Fuck. Well, the discussion's kind of relying on what, how tight sealed the golden circle is, and I guess that kind of depends on Ryan's say. So,
yeah.
Assuming that Ryan, as a DM, isn't gonna fuck me with my own crew, then, yeah, I mean, assuming that we can get a carriage, to transport Kinny, I trust that they can safely take him back to Okondi. Honestly, with how things have been going here in Brennicourt, I'd say getting out's going to be the toughest part. I myself am not too familiar with if there's any smuggler routes outside of Founder's Gate and Valor Pass, but you're trying to get a dragon basically across regional borders. It's not like we haven't done some shady things like that in the past, but it will be a challenge.
Let me be more clear with that. I'm less concerned about them able to do it. More concerned about will they do it to actually take Kinny to the tent. And we're talking about a live dragon, something that most people haven't seen.
The Golden Circle deals in valuables, and a dragon is quite valuable.
It's not a valuable that they're dealing with to sell, though. That's my concern. They may see the value of him.
Absolutely. He's a rarity. But
decide to do their own thing, whatever it may be.
Your people back in Okondi, I assume that they have traders come in and out, correct?
Sure.
Well, the way I see it, we deliver Okondi to your people, and in the process, we build a fruitful relationship with them, and we both gain from it. We can do business in Okondi at your temple, and we've delivered Kinny to a safe haven.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it.
We just gotta get one of my fucking carriages around here, which with Rivermarch in flames complicates things. I suppose, is Okondi, how close is your temple to the shoreline?
DM, wanna answer this one for me?
Yep. Let me grab something real fast. Have you guys been walking and talking at the same time?
Do they need to roll
I
for
was
intelligence?
intending on this to be like our talk on the way into.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Orkandi is kind of. We'll say. Do you want your temple to be by coast?
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
it would be
Or more like
beneficial
feng
for what I'm
shui.
about to suggest.
It's great feng shui to be near a coast. Yeah.
I'm imagining like Dragonstone from Game of Thrones. No.
All right. So yeah, it's like near a coast.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, is
it's near a coastline.
well, I've got one of my higher hands set up at Port Branicore. It may be quicker to send him by ship. You wouldn't necessarily have to cross any regional borders. We'd just have to get through the docks. Given it's a bit further away.
The added risk there is we've got Kinny with us for much longer in an area that's probably pretty hostile to him. But it gets him there faster. I think that might be best bet.
We could always see about getting one of my hands to bring a golden circle carriage to deliver him from, say, Sumber Hills to Port Branicore, and then from there by boat. He'd at least be tucked away and hiding that way. I don't know.
Let's try to meet with your guy here, and we'll figure something.
Sounds good.
All right. So you guys keep walking down the road while this conversation is happening. Pretty much as it's wrapping up, you walk into town. You notice
Big
that there's
line
a lot
right
of
here.
huh.
There's a big. You've got a holy shit. There's a
Yeah,
big
there's
like line down the center.
Yeah, there's a reason that there's a line there.
Okay.
Like, are you talking about where you can't see anything? It's
Yeah.
all blocked off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
To
where,
get the fuck out.
yeah. There's a reason that there's a big line.
Okay, I don't understand, but okay.
Here, I'll show you. I'll make you understand.
Oh dear.
You ready? You ready? So there you are. I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna drag you off to the right. So now I'll drag you
It's
back.
Orlo's place.
Oh my fucking lord.
Oh yeah, that looks. Gotcha.
So just ignore that. That's the road coming in now.
Okay, got it.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Yeah, I'm basically looking for like a general place of
Yeah, you don't see anything that stands out as like a inn or a like a bar or anything like that, or a pub. It looks like a bunch of like cabins and like even like mud huts and some stone huts, kind of.
Is there a bigger building than the rest?
This building over here looks pretty large. Obviously this building it's quite big, the one that's right next to you guys. You see a windmill on top of a hill, like in the center.
Are there any number of people walking around, or is it pretty sparse?
Yeah, you see like a couple people like will walk by. Mostly children running around and playing. You don't see many adults at the moment where you guys are at.
I want to try to catch the attention of one of the kids.
All right.
As he's trying to do that, I'm just gonna kind of put some distance in Rango.
Okay. So like some kids go running past you. Do you say anything or?
Hey, kiddos! Hey!
Huh?
Hey!
Hey.
Hey! I'm new in town.
You're new? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, this is a nice town you have here. I'm looking for a buddy of mine. Have you seen anyone come through with a sigil kind of like this they're wearing? He'd have wings.
Oh,
That's right, Walla Walla. Yeah, where is he?
I don't know.
When did you last see him? Where did you last see him?
He likes being down by water. He gets fish there. Does this cool trick where he dives in and catches them with his beak. Like that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go find my buddy.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Y'all be safe. And then I'm walking back
is
towards
Chuchi
Ojita.
out? Is Chuchi out right now?
Yeah, I'm assuming he'd just be like kind of tucked over my shoulder, just like with his tongue doing the fucking,
Yeah.
like just looking around.
What's that?
Oh, this here is Chuchi. And then can Chuchi like do the fucking screaming shit?
Yeah. He's like, and the kid just runs off.
God damn it.
A monster from my
No, he's friendly. He's friendly.
No, he comes from the
From my
dreams.
nightmares.
He runs off, and you see a bunch of other kids like run off with him, and they look petrified.
Mm.
They go running off in this direction.
Chuchi, get in the bag. And I just want him to like go into my backpack.
He's like, Rango, Tome how's it going? It's all good.
They don't understand, Chuchi. They don't understand. Ojitai, my buddy, he might be down at the river. Let's check there.
Based on those kids' reaction there, we might want to cover Kinny up here.
That's a fair point.
I try to recreate my dog disguise for Kinny here.
Go ahead and give me a performance. We'll make it fun.
Best. Okay. 15.
It's pretty good. It's a pretty good dog disguise.
All right, I'll take it.
Ojitai, you're getting better at that.
It comes with practice.
As you walk around town, you start to see more adults. They look like they're kind of like working in fields right now. You see a couple over here working in this field, walking around. As you approach the windmill, you can hear some people having a conversation. One of them is very, very obvious. You recognize that voice.
I look towards Ojitai and gesture.
Promotion. All right, so Mr. Walla Walla.
Walla Walla.
What are you?
Picking toucan?
It's a toucan, man.
You want to make business with our grain. That's why you're here. And then Rango, you very obviously hear Walla Walla's voice. Yeah, no, that's what I want to do. Make grain, make sell grain for to go in circle. Make it sell.
All right, I'm approaching.
That's Rango. Not Rango. Hey, buddy, how's it going there? I didn't know you could be coming right by here. Rango. Hey, nah.
Hey, Walla Walla, and I'm gonna put my hand out like to shake his hand wing.
Hand wing?
And he puts out his like feathers wing, and he kind of like gives it's like like that, like real quick shake.
How's it going, Walla Walla?
Making deal for they ain't got much here. They got fish and grain. Making deal with grain.
Right. I assume all is well then. And I look like towards these folk.
And he's just kind of looking at you like puzzled a little bit, and also like this guy's a character.
Has Walla Walla here told you how beneficial it would be to work with the Golden Circle? We can help you with all sorts of trades, inner cities, between the regions.
He's been in the city for or the village, I should say, for a few weeks, and mostly just kind of hanging out, helping around the town. But it's been a good help. He keeps the kids occupied. He does this cool trick down at the river with some fish.
Yeah, he's
Talking about
quite the character, aren't you, Walla?
not quite. Yeah, Walla Walla.
He says his own name.
Yeah.
He's
Freaking
like a
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Right.
Like, yeah. So we
Right.
he was discussing a possibility of exporting our grain from here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we could
Yeah.
we could assist with that.
Yeah. So are you like his boss or?
Oh yeah. Well, he's a third hand for us. And I'm
Yep.
one of our dealers.
Number 3. I see. Well, are you? This must be a big deal if they're bringing in the big guns.
Absolutely. We'd
do
like
I
to
need
we'd like to set up a station
we need to
here in Sumber Valley.
do we
And
need to like sit down somewhere and discuss this, or is I'm kind of new. Mostly, we just kind of self-sustain and then sell some grain to the
yeah, well,
sometimes the people at the wall.
here in Summer Valley, do you guys have like a governmental system? Do you have anyone that's like in charge?
Yeah, that pretty much me.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Rango.
Hey, my name's Tomlinson.
I'm sorry, Tomlinson?
Tomlinson.
Tomlinson.
It's yeah, it's a rough name.
That's fine. It's a unique name.
Yeah, Tomlinson.
Tomlinson. Right. Well,
Walla Walla.
Tomlinson.
Tomlinson. Walla Walla.
That's right. Tomlinson. Yes, it would be a pleasure if we could sit down and chat it out.
Okay.
Or are you available now, or?
Yeah. Well, I was, and then he points down. You see, there's a little girl standing next to him. He's like, "This is my daughter, Marcia Tomlinson," and she was just, hi.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, little lady.
Hey, Daddy was showing me how a windmill worked, cause he told me when he dies, since Mama's dead, that I'm gonna have to start looking after myself one day.
Well, it's good to learn. It's great to learn.
Yeah, cause not too many people are educated around here, so this is kind of big piece of machinery, Daddy says.
That it is. It's quite the sight to behold.
Yeah, Marcia, and he kind of gives Rango a look. What if you and Walla Walla went down and caught some more fish again? And Walla Walla looks at you, Rango.
Go ahead.
Come on, Marcia. Walla Walla.
Oh my god.
fucking Walla, dude.
They both run off with great enthusiasm towards the river, and as they get kind of out of earshot, you see him just kind of waving, and then like he's not looking at you, he just kind of goes, "It's quite the character you got there."
Quite.
He turns towards you.
Quite. He's he's a charismatic little fella.
He's plenty nice. Very nice. So I'm gonna keep it pretty real with you here. Now look, your business. Most of our trade it's not, we don't export outside Branacor. We never really have. We mostly supply the other people around. Valerie. Well, we send some down to Thiesgard, Rivermarch, and then usually there it gets taken off to the wall. Port Branacor doesn't really bring it in because they import most of their food from, overseas. So yeah, most of we don't really export anything outside of Branacor. So, I mean, if you got an offer that you can make this worthwhile for both parties, then I would say it's smart. But honestly, I mean, like I was saying, it's pretty much self-sustained here. I mean, I guess we'd be open to growing as a village, but we do pretty well on our own, making business with inside Brandicore itself. So unless you can help me see why, perhaps exporting outside of Brandicore, or if there, I mean, is there a way you can improve this trade for us, or do you have a business plan?
Well,
I know you just kind of walked into this.
there's much more trade available outside of Brandicore, and
Right.
more money flowing through this town's better for all of you, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Now grain is a, wouldn't call it a rare commodity. In most places have are able to, you know, do grow their own food these days. Obviously, if things got rough around the world, perhaps, but I just don't see our town offering anything of great value that somebody would be like, hey, let's get our grain from Sumber Valley of Brandicore.
Just imagine Rango thinks to himself, well, do I have a story for you?
Yeah. Well, as he says that, I'm going to say, well, have you had many travelers passing through Sumber Hills here in the past day?
I mean, sometimes we have a few.
Any new faces within the past 24 hours?
Not that I reckon. I've pretty much been inside the mill all morning.
All right. Well, you probably in due time will have quite the commodity on your hands.
Uh-huh. How so?
Me and my associate here, we just made our way out of Rivermarch.
Sorry. I guess you point over to Ojitai.
Yeah.
When you say associate. Hey, sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm William Tomlinson.
Nice to meet you. I'm Ochitai, and just give him kind of a bow.
We're big on bows.
Nice to meet you. Yeah. Is that Dragonborn? Kobold?
Dragonborn from Ornkandi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of there. No, I'm not her. I'm not gonna lie. I've never heard of that place. But
it's
that's all right.
You seem like a, yeah, huh?
It's what, southeast of here? Is that right, Ojitai?
Southeast? Yeah, that's about right.
All right, cool.
Any
grain?
Oh well.
I imagine it couldn't hurt.
What's the land in Orkandi like?
It's kind of like rocky. It is on. They do have a coastline, so they're able to get some food from the sea. Think about it, sort of kind of like rocky, a little bit deserty in areas, a couple plains, mountainous.
So not much grain.
Yeah. Well, Ornkandi isn't much of a land for growing, so yes, we could actually use grain. On our way over here, Rango and I were actually discussing possibly extending some trade out to Ornkandi.
Oh,
might be something to benefit you as well in the future.
Well, that's wow. Neat. Cool. Well, Rango, since I don't know much about this, I guess you could, mediate this negotiation here.
I'm assuming you're the one to mediate it with, correct?
Yeah, and I guess, is that Orkandi's representative?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Hey.
Oh, gosh.
Well, Mr. Ojitai, Dragonborn of Orkandi, what is your, you got a base offer?
Well, what seems to be the going rate on wheat exports?
Actually, I want to let him go first.
You want to let who go first?
Thommelson.
Well, I mean, usually, like, around, Brannicore, since that's most of my business is dealt with, usually we just kind of trade with, passerbys, the bigger factions around. Usually it's about an exchange rate of, 5 copper per kilo of grain.
Okay. So, what would I know about the cost? What would I know about the cost within the region and then between regions?
Well, if he's trying to make a profit, he's gonna have to charge a lot more than 5 copper, because if you're making the business happen, he's gonna have to, if you're the one that's actually doing the trading,
Mhm.
then it's gonna cost you to ship it, people to do it. So, how much do you think it would cost your business, Mr. Rango, to make this happen?
I don't know the cost of travel and shit. So,
Roll a
I assume Rango would know.
yeah.
I just don't.
Roll an intelligence check with advantage.
Okay, 18.
18. Yeah, if he is wanting to turn a profit, if Mr. Tomlinson is wanting to turn a profit, then it needs to be about at least a gold per kilo of grain exported out to cover the cost of manpower and to ship it, if he's wanting to turn a profit at all, which he's wanting to.
Okay.
I'm sorry to everybody else. We were literally negotiating grain for the past
You're good,
45
man.
minutes.
I'm chilling.
I'd to be
Just
fair,
playing
when
my
it comes
little
to the
egg game.
negotiations, I'm totally down. Like, because there's gonna be more of these. I'm down
Yeah.
to like fast forward to not do all this. If you
Yeah.
want to do it, I'm fine with it. But
I don't know. This is just how it went.
this will let's do it with this one, and then in the future
Yeah.
we can do some quick rolls to get through it.
All right.
So I'm like Rango's goal is to make it mutually beneficial for all parties.
Yeah.
So everyone is gaining from it. So would it, by suggesting a gold a kilo, that wouldn't be fucking Ojutai. It wouldn't be fucking the Golden Circle, and it wouldn't be.
You think
it
that
would
would
be
be the
saving
fair-
him.
You feel pretty certain that would be the fairest for all parties involved, while
Okay.
turning a profit for Mr. Tomlinson.
Okay. All right. Then once he's stated that, Ojutai, what is your response? I just kind of turned to you.
As something, a form of trade in return, we could also offer some, possibly some fish goods or things like that, shipped across the coastline from Ornkandi. We are
We're
terribly
doing,
close to a coastline here to get,
we got a river. We're doing pretty good on fish, but appreciate it.
certain
Exotic
sea life
fish?
that you couldn't get from a river per se that you could get from the ocean.
Think of the delicacies that you've never had in this town before.
Roll a persuasion check on him.
Is it at
He
advantage
or
since he's with it?
Yeah, sure.
I did advantage on persuasion normally. That's why I
Oh
was
shit! True. I got 20.
than I would get.
All right. Exotic fish. I've never had anything exotic before in my life. Does it taste good?
Oh, it's better than anything you could imagine.
Huh. All right. Well, how about we do perhaps an exchange then of some sort. Certain amount of fish for a certain amount of grain.
think we could work something out for that. Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
Can we just work mutually beneficial agreement?
Yeah.
Just
Cool.
All right, just sign here. Just sign here.
Yeah, sure, got it. And then he pulls paperwork over and he just kind of chicken scratches his name on there. All right.
Sounds good.
Cool.
I will say that. Oh fuck. Well, I'm maybe. Yeah, sure. Maybe you'll give this to me. That as part of that paperwork, he signed for us to have an establishment in Sumber Hills, the Golden Circle.
Yeah, he's not smart enough to look for something like that.
Okay, cool. So that's in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna set up shop in town. Then I'm not telling him that, but that's a thing that's gonna happen.
All right.
Fine print.
Yeah. Well, pleasure doing business with you, Thomason.
Frickin' corporate Brannicor.
Thank you,
Makes me
fellas.
sick.
About this time, Saoirse has passed up some crying children and got told that the evil man with his lizard monster on his shoulder went up to the windmill.
Ah, the evil man. All right. Let me make my way.
It must be Rango.
Not evil.
Catch you any day with that
Can't
evil.
prove it. I
smile.
mean, I'm Dartlinger.
Where is?
Yeah, I'm pretty
I'm in a
pissed at you.
tree. I'm in a tree.
Oh, what's true? I don't even see you.
South of the town.
Oh, do I
The
need to
southern
move you?
edge. Sure.
All right. Cool.
Sorry about
Saoirse
that.
rolls up.
I'm
No,
ready.
you're good. Saoirse
Um.
rolls up.
Yeah. Where I be? Here I am. All right. I'm gonna like have my book out and like trip. I'm just kidding. Oi, fellas.
Oh, Sash?
I'm gonna come up to Kinny and just give him a little.
Where's Ghenghu?
Oh, he's dead.
Insight check? Can I insight check that?
Sure, I guess.
You just
Yeah.
ask him.
Is it versus his?
Like, are you trying to like?
I got a nat
asking,
20.
do that?
Yeah. Yes. Without asking,
Yeah,
I wanna call his bluff.
I'm
basically.
just no with a 20 insight. I'm just busting your balls.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, right.
I mean,
so
I was
he's
like
at
this whole
Orlo's.
Yeah, you unplugged him. Nah, he's
I
fine.
unplugged him.
He's fine. Yeah, we met up with Orlo. I don't know. He's a nice enough fella. Maybe a little kooky, but him and Orlo's conversation was a bit unsettling. It was just a weird intensity to it, but nevertheless, we've been allowed lodging there, so I came into town to tell you all that.
I'm sorry.
What have you all been up to?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just looked at the time. We spent half an hour discussing the trade of grain between.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We could just float past that in the future on how good the deals go.
For
if
sure.
I could roll.
That was just a super awkward interaction that I was just not ready for. Okay.
I also wasn't. I don't think anyone was prepared for that.
I forgot Walla Walla was supposed to be here, so that was a whole. Okay, cool. So Saoirse just informed you about lodging at the Mr. Orlo's.
And then I guess I asked what they were up to, so in turn, they just fill me in.
Just cut a slick business deal with fucking Thomelson.
Sounds like you swindled the guy.
Oh, absolutely not. Nope, everyone's in tip-top shape.
I thought you were going to say, oh, absolutely. All right, well, fair enough. I mean, I guess it means we've got a place here and a place at Orlo, so take your pick, I guess.
Oh, it's going to be a minute before we've got a place here. We should be staying at Orlo's.
All right, well, Ghenghu's expecting us, and like I said, just a bit of an uneasy feeling about the whole thing, but I'm going at least settle in, and meet back up. So I can show you the way.
Yeah, and then start walking. Was Kinny mentioned?
Yeah. I may have told him that we have a dragon. No big deal.
And his reaction?
Oh, he seemed pleased as a peach. He turned it around on Ghenghu. He basically said, Ghenghu, why do you have a dragon? What have you been up to? You should have been here with me, and yada 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 yada.
Did he ever directly reference the dragon as either good or bad?
He did not say good or bad. He kicked me out before I could get a read on him.
He kicked you out?
Yeah, he kicked me out of his house. I thought I was nice. Nah, I'm just kidding. I can be a bit brash sometimes. I think he just wanted some alone time with Ghenghu. Which I respect. It's his home. I stepped out, ate a cabbage. It was nice. Reminded me of Kenkins. Miss that bloke.
Yeah.
Praise Kanky.
Yeah.
Maybe to be safe, I see you've got him back in the dog outfit. Ojita, you're getting good at that. Well done. But I'd keep him like that for now. We sort of said we had a dog, and I think he knows it's a dragon, but maybe he'll just play it off. Fine.
If you
I
all don't
suppose.
mind, then I'll hang back a little bit when we get there. Just being a little cautious with Kenny here.
Sure.
I believe that's a good order.
So are you guys making your all's way back that way?
I'm going to go catch Walla Walla's attention before we leave.
Guess we'll wait here.
You see him like jumping in and out of the water with fish in his mouth and then like splashing it up on the deck.
Yeah.
And Marsh is just sitting there with like a couple other kids just clapping him and cheering as he's like doing this. And then you see like there's a fisherman over here just like super annoyed. And like, gets off.
Man's hard at work. Walla Walla.
And he comes back up on the pier here and he sees you.
Oi.
Well, hey, Rango.
Oi. The deal's cut. Here's what I need you to do. Go ahead and
Walla
start.
Walla strikes again.
Do they have a warehouse here or some storage facility?
Yeah, they do.
All right. I need you to go ahead and commission some extra building so that we can set up shop here. The deal's cut. Primary trade's going to be fish from Okandi to Brannicore to here, and wheat from here to to Port Brannicore. Wheat from here to Port Brannicore to Okandi. That's going to be the primary trade, as well as wheat going in and out of any other, place we see fit.
Okay.
All right, and I'll be around.
Walla Walla, what a cracker!
You take care now, Walla Walla.
Yeah.
It's been good seeing
you.
you.
Rango. Yeah.
One last thing, Walla Walla. I'm assuming he's already jumped.
He's like going in. He's like, what? he comes back up. What?
One more thing. Make sure you get caravans going ASAP, and I'll be back in town at some point here in the coming days. You just let me know once we get them up and running.
Okay.
All right. You have fun now.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
It just like dives back in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right. Are you guys all headed back towards
Yes.
Orlo's?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Boom. Y'all are back down there. But before that, Ghenghu, do you have any other questions during this time alone with Orlo that you feel like asking?
Yeah, Orlo. It kind of bothers me that you don't find my race dangerous. I have learned this past week that I can be very dangerous. And it troubles me.
Okay. Have you hurt someone, Ghenghu?
Hurting someone would be putting it lightly.
No. You've murdered. Please tell me you have not.
I've murdered more than the Kobold War from 1922. I don't know what year it is. What have we ever established a year? It was like year 1 or something, was it not?
We'll say let's come up with a year right now. 1036.
1036.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
It
we'll
was
say
1036.
1036 PB post Brannicore.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, what the fuck does that mean?
Like the
Brannicore
founding.
was established 1036 years ago.
Wait, so if we leave Brannicore, is it a separate like year or
No.
time, or
No.
is
It's a
do
different year.
do people
Brannicore-
all
yeah.
go by
Orlo, I
pre
Yeah,
and post
yeah.
Brannicore?
Yeah, Brannicore was a big event. Finding Brannicore is a huge.
Wait, wouldn't it be
massive event.
AB?
After Brannicore?
Yeah,
Post Brannicore?
because otherwise it's post Brannicore and pre Brannicore. They would both be PB.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. So it's 1036
Okay, I wanted
PB
to
then.
say PB.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I already wrote it down.
Okay.
All right. Hey, I think I'm back.
We'll
Hello?
put BB before Brannicore.
Okay, gotcha.
BB.
Before
PB and PP.
Brannicore?
No. This is PB. This is PB.
PB.
Okay.
Post Brannicore.
Okay. Got it.
It's half past Brannicore right now, by the way.
Everything's measured in Brannicores.
Got it.
Gonna
All
make
up the
that
ante to
wheat
3
trade
Brannicore.
very
5
interesting.
Brannicore in the morning.
So, Orlo. Yeah, just one last thing. You've got to promise to me you'll never create another. Do your
Is-
part.
Is that
I know you left Starmount for a reason.
out of jealousy? Is that why you ran, Ghenghu?
No, not jealousy, but fear. Fear of unknown. It was really my first experience with death. But
Wait.
now, oh, I know death all too well now.
God, Ghenghu, what have you done?
Yeah, I know a lot about gold too. My buddy Rango. Well,
I can't
screw
wait
that guy today.
Rango.
Dang.
Did you say screw that guy today?
Yeah.
What did this Rango fellow do to you?
Sad.
Well,
Said,
the man just can't aim. He needs to learn how to contain himself.
oh,
He's not all as cracks up to be.
Damn. The roast of Rango.
But
Oh,
that's
you can hear
beside the
the-
point.
the
They should be
phone
here
and
any minute now.
Should be here any minute now.
But please vouch to me. You'll never create another. We are dangerous. And I'm scared.
Alright, my
Scene cut.
about that time,
Nope,
about
nope,
that time, the knocks happen on the door. Well, I imagine that your friends, you can let them in, Ghenghu. And he goes and sits on his bench with his cane. Oh, I think he died.
Hello?
Oh, there he is, he's
Allah!
back.
they you die.
You there?
I think I lost you. Are
Nope.
you there?
Nope.
We got
We're
you.
not.
I did lose you there for a second.
Oh
Alright.
yeah, you were solid frozen.
Yep.
To catch you up, Orlo is going to let you open the door for your friends to come in. He sat down.
All right, opening the door.
Cool. You walk over to the door. Creaks open.
Chuchi would be on like head over my shoulder again.
Yeah.
Sush, Hammer Bro.
Think.
Good to see you.
As always, Ghenghu. I'll come over
Rango.
and
Ghenghu, it was an accident.
Just get inside.
temperamental.
I'm gonna kind of like turn back and look at Ojatai.
Where's Ojatai?
Staying kind of far
Oh.
back.
And Orlo, this is Kinny.
Oh no.
Is that the dragon you were talking about?
This is our dog.
Our baby boy.
I see. Do you have
Baby
a?
boy.
Is that a familiar? I'm guessing is the dragon.
There you go. There you go.
And then
Is he
Yeah.
looking at Kenny or
He's looking at
Chuchi?
Chuchi. He's looking at Chuchi.
Oh damn! I
see,
thought he was...
I see the confusion now. Ojutai, that's what your friend has there is magic. That's a familiar. It's not really a dragon.
There
I'll
you go.
check that later.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've never seen a dog quite like this. What kind of dog is this?
Look around to everyone else and try to get a feel of where are we going with this.
I'm
Orlo, there's
Can
no
I-
need.
can I-
There's no need to hide the situation anymore. It's not a
Uh-huh.
dog.
It's a gator.
Ghenghu.
It's the mutated gator I was telling you about.
Ghenghu, that looks like a dog.
You're right.
Can I do an insight check
Where'd you get that dog?
on Orlo?
Yeah, go for it.
Picked him up outside of town.
Wait, did you
Sure.
disguise him since I saw the dragon last?
Yes.
God damn,
Yes.
bro.
So I don't know what it is either.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Piece it together, maybe.
My intelligence is pretty damn low.
It's the same disguise we used as before.
Okay, so it's not been disclosed that it's a dog. That Kenny's a dragon yet. So
Ghenghu said that there was a dog and a dragon and made it really
yes,
confusing.
I get it. I get it. Chuchi, yes. So I'm going to kind of step forward and be like, I see that he's an older fella, and I say, so you must be Orlo then.
And who are you?
Why, I'm Rango. Thank you so much for letting us into your home.
Ghenghu doesn't have the highest praise for you.
There was an incident that took place. It was an
Sounds like
accident.
a lot of incidents.
Just
He's been gone.
he's been out and about. Right? We've been trying to do good. All right?
Yeah.
Well, the gold bringers, for goodness sake.
We're the gold bringers. We brought gold to Cabbageville. We're bringing
Sounds
gold to
like
Sumber Valley, Sumber Hills.
He has. I smell the fire salts on him.
To be fair,
loves
we
gold.
tried to talk about it, the fire salt.
He says he loves gold. He's mentioned.
There's
murder,
nothing wrong with that.
Hammer Bros.
Yeah. What's wrong with a little brotherly?
And he doesn't like you for most of
Patriots.
it.
I just explained that there was an incident.
Yeah, like murder.
Damn, our rap sheet's kind of fucked, bro.
We have only murdered people who have tried to bring harm to us or to the general public.
Yes.
Digging that hole deeper.
Grab a shovel.
Listen, Orlo, I'm not about to lie to you about what Ghenghu and the rest of us have been through.
Ghenghu, you were never meant to experience. I'm sorry, Ghenghu. I should have kept close an eye on you. I see that now. You were never meant to go down this path.
Whether I was meant to or not, I did. And now, you should open your eyes to how dangerous we really are.
You're not.
Now,
dangerous.
tell me again. What do you know about Starmount?
I told you everything I know. I work there, and it's not for me. The only
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
$17.
He's telling the truth when he says it's not for him, but he says it almost hurt.
It's like a loaded answer.
Yeah, he says it almost hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
Like he was almost banished.
Just
Wow.
there's a bit of emotion behind it.
Yeah.
Orlo, I don't know what all Ghenghu has explained to you, but
He's told me quite a bit, especially how he doesn't care for you.
Well, just over the past couple hours, days maybe.
And that you taught
He's
him
really been getting under
how valuable gold is.
my scraps.
Correct.
Yeah, that's from day one.
He loves
That's
gold
from
now.
day one. We love gold. Flip him a coin.
God.
Minus 1 GP.
there's more to life than gold and
Orlo, did he mention Rivermarch?
Oh yeah, that was a time.
yeah, he told me that you all were in Rivermarch for a bit.
Right.
Where you did your building and gathering of fire salts and gold.
What do you know of the kobolds and the dragonborns of native to Brannicle?
I know I know enough as most as everybody.
Right. Which is, care to elaborate?
You know how Brannicle came about and how they appear to be savages, although I'm not entirely certain that's true. We did come and push them out of their land.
Can I insight check that to see if like he's being honest with like his sympathy towards them there?
Sure.
Can I get it? Oh wait, I've already got it. I got a fucking 6.
Damn.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, he
Okay.
says what he said.
Okay. Then I'm gonna say, well, all right. What do you know of the dragons that used to be in these lands?
Well, they've not been around for a long time. There were stories of them during the discovery of Brannicle and the expeditions deeper into Brannicle. But most were thought to have been killed, and the others to have died off.
Right. And the tales that you've heard of them ravaging the lands and being destructive forces that brought no good to the world.
I feel that they are probably different than kobolds and Dragonborn, but maybe they were tamed by them. But wild beasts, just as an owlbear might say, or things of that nature. They know more than beasts. Just with a little bit more oomph to them.
Right. Well, our buddy Yoshitar here, he's from a land where they worship dragons, correct?
I live alongside dragons.
I've heard of Orkandi. I know of this place. That's
And-
great for them.
And these dragons are intelligent. They're much more than just beasts with a bit of oomph. Is that correct, Yoshitar?
Correct so far.
Not been there myself, I wouldn't know. But maybe they're more than.
Oh no.
I think we ought to wait. This is his arc.
I'm back. Holy shit. My internet.
If we're waiting for Catherine.
Alright.
Taking a pause.
I guess we're taking a pause, yeah.
Alright, catch me up. What's up?
I'm going back and
Questions
forth.
about Orlo with dragons and how he feels about them and Brannicore as a whole.
PB. Hey?
Huh?
Yep.
PB and
Oh, yeah. PB.
BB?
BB. Before Brannicore, post Brannicore.
Hey, BB.
ABB.
We really spent 30 minutes on the Cell of Grain.
Hey man, you know, it was the first time that we had what is going to happen at least like 3 or 4 more times. So,
Did you make some moon tea?
no,
He made
it's
business.
more for like world building so that we have connections.
I feel you.
Rango probably feels fulfilled for today.
Yeah.
He's done his life.
Yeah.
Work.
Thank God, dude. Fucking I'm 1 for 2 now.
What was the one?
The 1 was succeeding in Sumber Hills, out of 2 being the fucking death of Rivermarch, where I was supposed to set up another one.
Yeah.
The death
Hey.
of Rivermarch.
You can go back. There might be hope.
Right.
There might be hope.
Shit was burning when we left. Gone.
Hey, Napoleon burned Moscow. Here we are.
All right. So,
Not in Moscow.
yeah, I'll say, well, Ojito is living proof. He's lived along. Did you live alongside dragons in Orkondi?
Yes. Yeah, I personally knew a dragon.
Well, there you have it. He's living proof that dragons can be intelligent, and here's a bit more proof. Sitting right here.
We're doing it. We're doing it live. It's
Dog.
happening right now.
The dog.
A dog.
But I guess with him doing that, I'll pull the hood back from Kinny's head.
Now, isn't that the craziest gator you've ever seen?
And he stands up. And he gets on his cane and he begins walking over towards it. What is this? Is a dragon? A baby dragon?
Our baby boy.
Introduce you to boy Kinny here.
I have so many. Where have you come across this thing?
I'm traveling with our friend Ghenghu.
Yes.
We've come across the cult of Kobold. We're trying to raise Kinny for their own means.
So they
Taking him out of there and trying to give him a bit of a better life.
My God! So they still have these dragons. Well, I guess this is one less out of their hands.
Whose hands?
The kobolds. They used them as weapons of war before.
Did not know this.
What is your plan with this baby drake that you have?
Did we read a journal that said that this was the only one that they had?
The journal I had, I thought so.
Ojitai was given like a map that had possible.
This was from the when we found him.
The guy that was training him.
That we killed.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, it just talked about their plan to use this one. It didn't mention if there was more or was not.
Okay. It just mentioned that they were successful with this one.
Yep.
Gotcha. Regardless, our intention is to get Kinny to my people in Fundy and help raise him to be powerful and upright dragon.
Well, if what you say of your land is true, then perhaps that would be best for this thing. Still, where did you told me how? Where exactly did you come across this?
There were caves that went into near north of Rivermarch towards Cabbageville. Cabbagetown, which was.
I'm not familiar with. It must be one of the small villages leading towards Rivermarch.
Just across the bridge.
Oh, I know.
Northeast.
Yes, that I know the mountain now. They're inside.
Well,
oh yeah,
they were inside. During our stay in Rivermarch, well, last night, really, Rivermarch was attacked by an overwhelming amount of kobolds, dragonborns, and scaly beasts of the like. We managed to obviously make it out safely, but we went to bed with Rivermarch on fire a few miles away.
He turns away from everybody and he sits back down and kind of lays the cane across his lap and looks on the ground for a second. Rivermarch has fallen. Been destroyed by the kobolds.
I'm just gonna
Won't be
nod.
taken. Yeah.
What was the defense effort? Was there anyone from Starmount or Valerie?
It would seem not. I had dealings, trade-wise with some members of the Valerie there, but there was no stopping that army. It was overwhelming. There simply weren't enough numbers. And as for Starmount, I saw no sign of them. There was a fella, Duchamp, I believe his name was, who was dealing with trade goods there, but as far as I'm aware, he was far gone.
He looks. You see, as Orlo looks very taken aback and almost a loss for words at this point, just kind of staring blankly at the ground. As he looks up, he looks directly at Ghenghu. I left Starmount many years ago. It's a lie. It was only a few months ago. They've been. What? Maybe they were right. Maybe.
Who was right?
I need time to think. Ghenghu,
Yes.
you and your friends can stay.
Just show us where we need to lay, and we'll let you be for the night.
Wherever I must go on a walk. And he walks out of the house with his cane and just kind of walks off into the woods in her direction.
Orlo doesn't go on walks. That's partially why he built me. His legs have been giving out on him for as long as I can remember.
Well, he's
Well,
obviously a bit shaken, as I think we all are, about the news of Rivermarch. But,
something happened in Starmount.
he did also stir at the name, I think.
Well, what time is it out of character?
It's
Oh.
like.
Hi, Drew.
Are these apples?
It's like. Yeah, those are apples. It's like
Taking
a little
one.
bit. Hell yeah. It's like a little bit past noon, like 1 or 2 o'clock.
Okay. Well,
Rango, that's the man's only food.
well,
You're gonna take this old man's food?
boys, Dragon,
An apple.
Bro, Rango.
Huh?
We have all of our amenities over here. Make yourself at home, store things in the chest. Then let's meet back out on the farm and figure out what we're doing for the day. I'll see you guys once you get settled. And I'm gonna go check on Orlo.
Alright. So you walk off in the woods. Do like a
I'm gonna
nature
read.
check with advantage. Or a survival check. With advantage.
We're going nature.
You're trying to track them.
Nat 20.
God
Okay.
damn.
Yeah, you're able to catch up with him.
He's
not
not
only can you
fast.
see, yeah.
One.
Wait,
I'm at 40 feet per second now. He's no match for me.
And he walks with a cane, so you can clearly see where his cane was sticking into the ground. You can follow
Yep.
into the mud. You catch up to him, and you see him walking on his own, just kind of walking, almost aimlessly.
Orlo, where you heading?
Ghenghu, I told you I needed time to think. Go back and be with your friends.
But you are my my first friend, my biggest friend. I don't know how to put it into words. You are my creator.
You see, he kind of looks at you, and he almost, you see like a little tear comes out of his eye.
Orlo, you little bitch.
Orlo straight bitch made. What the hell? Some bullshit.
He turns around and comes up to you. Ghenghu, there's so much I haven't told you.
Well, my existence has been short, so I'm learning something new every day.
Ghenghu, I was part of something that I was at one point proud to be a part of. And over time, I realized what is a part of. My eyes were opened. It wasn't right.
And what is this exactly? I assume some sort of automata.
Ghenghu, there's a reason that I say that there's nothing like you, because there isn't.
Is it a matter of time, or
they've been,
was I truly a coincidence?
They've been trying for... Ghenghu,
Stop right there. Who is they?
Ghenghu, it's a long story, Ghenghu, but the men who work at Starmount, I'm not sure if I can...
Okay. Orlo, I'll give you a space. I understand you're having a traumatic experience. It's quite similar to the one that made me run away. So, I'll let you be, have your space. Maybe, see me in a week, if you plan to run away. But, I'll be back at the cabin.
Away, Did you just start walking away?
I just turn around and, I'm talking and walking, so it, fades out in the distance.
Yeah. He just kind of is like...
I'm spitting nonsense as I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so shaken up that I can't even get through to him.
Yep. Okay. So you guys end up back in the cabin. What's everybody doing in the cabin right now?
I'm just fucking going. I've got my ledger in that fucking. I've got the ledger in the tome.
What are you
side by side?
Unbelievable.
I'm just going through them.
Chuchi.
What have I walked into?
Chuchi's fucking laying on the table, and I'm sitting on the bench.
Are you fucking Chuchi?
Rango's fucking. Chuchi's fucking.
Whoa!
And I'm chowing down on an apple.
All right, for real. I'm here.
I'm reading. I'm reading my tome.
Hanging out with Kinny over here.
Cool. We'll say that unless you guys just kind of waiting on Orlo to come back? What you're all like? Are y'all just hanging out, just waiting?
I'm gonna convey all that you said to me to them,
right.
From Orlo. I mean, I didn't get much out of them, but it is what it is.
Pretty much that something messed him up at Starmount.
Right, and it was recent.
Yeah.
A few months ago.
Yep. And he truly said that I was one of a kind, almost a miracle. I put that on.
Would we have any interpretation of what he means by one of a kind? I think out of character, I know what he means. But
Well, I assume whenever we were talking, we were discussing consciousness. I mean, you mentioned it whenever we first got here, did you not?
Perhaps something along those lines
Okay.
is what you could possibly interpret.
I'm getting
What
some iRobot vibes.
So out of character, I imagine Starmount having a lot of robots used as tools to automate things, but none of them are truly like intelligent.
You
Like
wouldn't know.
there are people that have created ways to help themselves in day-to-day lives, but none of them can think for themselves. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I'm me. I'm one of a kind, yo.
Damn straight.
Damn miracle. All right, so what are we doing today, boys?
Um, it's boring, but if we're just gonna be like exploring Summer Hills stuff, I'm just gonna read all day. I gotta get this thing fucking read. You know, I'm on a time limit here.
All right. We'll say, how many hours do you need left? Do you have? Have you
For
read
me,
any of it? Yes.
I had down before the session 37 left.
Okay.
Can
We'll
I
say
give?
that.
Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was gonna
I was
say, can I give Rango and Ojitai a tour of the greenhouse and stuff?
Yeah, sure. Because I was gonna say it's gonna be about 5 hours before Orlo comes back. So there's gonna be a few things that I was gonna have you guys do or whatever. But if you want to give him a tour of the greenhouse,
Yeah, is this the greenhouse over here?
yeah, I'll just describe
Okay.
when you walk in. Uh, does Ojitai and
Yeah.
Rango follow? Okay.
yeah,
So
sure.
I imagine the cellar door being in the greenhouse.
Okay, I had it in the house, but we can retcon that. We can say
Same,
it's in the
same,
house. Okay.
same. As long as I mean the greenhouse looks like it's kind of connected to the house.
It
So
it pretty much is.
okay.
It pretty much is. And like I said, it's bigger than the actual cabin itself.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so you go in and you just see rows and rows of like fresh plants. Cabbages, tomatoes, carrots, all inside here. What in a very greenhouses are like advanced for this time. Like that's some like
So
crazy.
I'm imagining walking in. There's like God ray beams coming in. The wind is flowing perfectly, and I'm like,
Right.
Rango, Ojitai, welcome to my paradise.
This is quite the spectacle, Ghenghu. Quite the spectacle.
You really think so?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Well, in my 2 months of living, I have perfected the way of harvesting and making things look pretty dang good. I do call myself a landscape architect.
Hell yeah, love that for Ghenghu.
Yep, self-proclaimed. All right. And as I'm giving him the tour, I see the cellar door,
Yeah.
and I'm walking over there.
Okay.
And Hojitai, Rango, the day that I met you guys on the path, down here is the reason why.
That's where
Now that I
the
know more,
graveyard is.
I mean, supposedly graveyard. I mean, I know now it's just a bunch of parts, but you learn things every day.
You said they look identical to you, correct?
They do. But Orlo cleared it up for me that he was building more but haven't finished them. So they were never really alive. I haven't quite grasped that concept yet. But yeah. And then I'm going to make my way down into the cellar.
All right. You walk down into the cellar, and it's about half the size of the greenhouse up top. Like as far as like actual size of it, it's about 6 feet like tall. Um, and you take up a lot of room down there. But as you go down there, it's just a scatter of like pieces of metal and like farm tools, and then you see kind of like what looks like warforged like body parts, and then you see like one kind of like by a workbench that's kind of like halfway built, like it's got like the legs and torso built, but nothing more off of that.
I do the classic, like walking up to it, taking my finger and rolling down the whole thing.
Yeah.
Uh, just be like, see, he's planning on making more. Would y'all like another Ghenghu around? I don't think so. I sure wouldn't.
No.
And immediately on that cue, I take out my hammer and start wrecking everything.
Oh, fuck me!
All right.
Oh, no!
So Ghenghu just starts
Whoa.
smashing like indiscriminately. Are you saying anything while you do this? Are you like, what do you?
Warning, I can't see, guys. Frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're
Frozen, frozen. I think we're good now. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna destroy absolutely everything.
I'm gonna immediately
Holy
like be turning to
fuck.
Ojitai like
You see the one that was like, he starts with the one that was like partially built already, and he just smashes through that, and the legs come off and gears go flying everywhere. You see like automaton like legs and arms start just like flying, like sort of like a cartoon up in the air, like in this big old dust cloud. You see like rakes and farm hose and shovels and stuff just kind of snapping, and Gangju's just sweeping.
the second that he starts doing this, I'm gonna have a coin and I'm messaging Sersh. I'm interrupting fucking reading time.
Damn it!
I'm gonna say, and yeah, I'm gonna pull out the coin, melt the coin, and I'm gonna say, Hammer Bro, your Hammer Bro is fucking losing his shit in this cellar over here, and I think that you're the one to talk to him.
When I see him start doing a spell, I'm just gonna kind of look over at him, put a hand on his shoulder, just let him get it out. This
Oh,
is
shit.
him dealing with his trauma here.
Alright, let me make my way over. Do-do-do-do-do.
And I'm still just wrecking havoc.
Yeah.
Even things that look broken, I'm breaking them more.
Yeah,
I rush in.
You start smacking walls.
Yeah.
Pillars and stuff that are holding up the cellar. You
No.
start pillars.
Are there stairs or a ladder leading down?
It's like kind of like a real steep staircase, like almost like ladder steps, like you would have going up to like a attic. If that makes
Then
sense.
I'm assuming I would have been like partially down the stairs. Would you have been behind me, Ojitai, or?
And I saw it as me being like right next to you.
Okay, then I mean, if it's stairs, I wouldn't have gone all the way down into that. So maybe you're a bit higher on the stairs than me. And then if Saoirse's pulling up, then I'd look up and I'd just like squeeze past you to get to the top and just stand up top.
Saoirse, you just hear like crashing and loud clanking as Ghenghu is just smashing everything down below.
And then I halt.
Alright, I like,
Stop.
whereas I get to the bottom, I guess, of the stairs.
And to be certain, everything is destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Even one of the beams is kind of like cracked in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
One of the support beams.
So I guess I'll just be standing at the bottom, kind of like looking at Ghenghu and just, well, you do like to swing that hammer, don't you, bud?
And I turn around, go up to him, have my hammer, and I go, "Well, I have to be the one and only." Dink.
Dink.
And then we leave.
Oh, okay. All right. I will inquire later. And then I'm just gonna kind of like glance at Rango and Ojitai as we come up. Not like, you know, like in a disappointed way or anything like that. Just kind of like, don't know. I think we've gotten
Sorry about that, lads.
bit in over our head.
But yeah, this is my greenhouse, my sanctuary. Thank you for the tour. It is now concluded.
Hey, Ghenghu.
Yes, Serge.
I'm just gonna be standing like in the center of the greenhouse, like.
It's like shocked or.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like take a.
Specifically caught by the "I must be the one and only." Dink.
That was just a hammer bro moment. Yeah.
I'll be like, as Ghenghu turns, I'll just kind of like take a moment and then just kind of like look up at him and be like, that stuff didn't mean much to you down there, did it?
Well, not anymore.
Can I ask you something?
Absolutely, Serge. Anything for my hammer, bro.
Do you hate this place?
No. But I hate the creation that is me.
Jack.
So he hates himself.
No sand. I'm gonna give Ghenghu a hug.
Oh, Serge, what are you doing?
No, nothing. It's just.
You don't even get your arms wrapped around him. It's almost
Yeah, no, yeah. It's just, I'm
Just
just kind of like
flattened
it's
on the
almost
front
like
of him.
flat. Yeah, it's
Serge, this is why we stick to hammer dinks.
Oh, that's fair enough, Ghenghu. I just want you to know it. You know, in all your circuitry and wires, and you're important to us, to to me, to Kinny.
The Kenny.
Yeah.
Is that the best you can do, Serge?
What do you mean? Look at him. He's cute.
Serge, I might be all those things, but I'm also dangerous, and I must do anything to stop the spread of whatever I am.
And then okay, as he does that, as he walks out, I'm gonna cast a spiritual weapon at second level. And I'm gonna roll to hit in front of him, and I want to roll to hit to come at Ghenghu. Like I'm gonna make the spectral warhammer like appear out in front of him, and I want to bonk him real hard.
Okay.
Why?
Damn it! I want to roll a 10. Are you fucking kidding me?
That
That's
doesn't hit
insane. Can I
Ghenghu.
auto crit?
Can I auto crit?
I'm trying to prove a point. I'm trying to prove a point here. There's a purpose to this. I promise.
Ghenghu, do you want to get hit? Do you
Granted.
Want okay.
All right. So I just wanted to come in and just smack him right in the face.
Yeah.
All right. Do you turn around, Ghenghu?
Yeah, I'm already turned around.
All right.
Serge, what in the world?
Hey. Look at that. We're all dangerous.
Oh,
Okay?
Serge, I know you're dangerous. And
We're
that's
all
why I don't fuck with you, Serge.
You're
what
dangerous, man.
what I'm trying to say, Ghenghu, is just because we're a bit edgy and we have to do some dodgy things in our adventuring does not make our lives any less meaningful. Okay? That's all I'm trying to say.
Let me ask you something. So, that Markov,
Yeah.
what makes her any different from us?
Intentions, Ghenghu. Intentions.
Isn't good and bad only a matter of perspective?
You're absolutely right.
Think on it, Serge.
I'll let the big boy go.
I just watched a town burn for the first time in my life. You gotta understand this.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Pretty sure none of us saw a town burn before that.
Yeah.
I've been around for hundreds of years. Surely I've seen a town burn here and there.
Serge was like a combat medic, right?
Yeah. I've seen more. I've seen more. I'm like 95.
Ojita's like, this is nothing like my temple.
Yeah. The dragons are not nice. Cool. Ghenghu, are you? What is everybody doing now? Ghenghu walks out.
I'm just chilling, waiting for Orlo to come back from his walk. I'm gonna stand completely still on watch until I see him come back.
And you already know what I'm doing.
I'm just gonna see Ghenghu like
I did already say.
Just fucking standing there, and I'm gonna go back inside. I'm gonna leave him to his devices.
That whole dangerous speech, all I could think about was in Top Gun when Iceman's like, "You're dangerous, man," and he just like does like the little like teeth bite thing where he's like that. He bites at him. All right. Well, I did say 5 hours. So what I'm gonna do is, Saoirse, you're reading your book.
Yep.
Ojitai, do animal handling check for me.
8 total.
Okay. you and Kinny's relationship stays pretty steady. Nothing changes. And Rango, give me either an investigation or a perception check.
All right.
Your choice.
19.
Cool. You just kind of look around the place, and you're just kind of sitting around. You might move every once in a while, and you kind of notice that there is how Ghenghu is referencing some books. There is like a small bookshelf just kind of next to the bed right here, with some books on it, just kind of scattered throughout.
I remember one specifically saying, "If you need anything, come back to Starmount in the back." Just saying. I don't know what it is though. That's up to you.
Do you walk over to the books to take a look, or you do anything?
Yeah.
You go to the books.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
of them are just kind of like more like just kind of educational, magical ones. The one that Ghenghu referred to as the come back to Starmount was like a little leaflet kind of thing, like a pamphlet, like Starmount is like the future kind of thing. It's like an advertisement. And nothing in particular. You do see kind of what appears to be kind of a journal, kind of in between all these books, kind of hidden away.
Okay. Yeah. I'll I'm gonna have Chuchi keep watch out the window.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pick up the journal and peruse.
Okay. You see,
I'm also going to grab one of the like arcane books and set it down and open it up.
It's probably written in Dwarvish, right? I mean, he
The
speaks
journal?
Common, but
yeah, the journal is written in Dwarvish. The arcane book is not.
I used 10 minutes to use comprehend languages.
Yeah, I figured so. So
yeah, it doesn't matter.
you read through the journal and you see that like it dates back a few years, and the older entries kind of talk about like just kind of like the people I work with are so smart, and I've been allowed into a new area, and we're doing all these crazy experiments. That he doesn't really go into much detail. It's just kind of like a personal, almost like a diary. And then closer and closer as it gets to like more recent dates, you see it cuts off after a couple months, or like basically a couple months ago it had a like cutoff point.
Yeah.
In the dates. And as it gets closer to that cutoff point, you just see more and more. It's like what we're doing here. It's unethical. Even if it is for the greater good, it's not ethical. I think I need to leave. And then on the last pages, you see there's one. I can't see him end up like the rest. He has to come with me.
Oh no.
And then there's a cutoff point. It's gone.
Oh no.
Okay.
That seems like a glorious top like place to just stop and absorb that for a week.
True.
Okay. There's even if for the greater good, and he can't end up like the rest. What the fuck's happening to the rest?
There's
Okay.
more.
Chuchi, once you get to that point, Chuchi, Rango, he's come back. I see.
Yeah, then I shut the journal, I put it back, and then I pick up one of the arcane books. Do any of the arcane books look like they would be ritual based?
No.
Shit.
It's more just kind of Ghenghu, he approaches you.
I put them both back, and then I make my way over here. Then
Ghenghu, I've had thought. I've gone off my own.
Well, glad to see you back safely. At least you're not like me, leaving you for a week.
Ghenghu, you are right. You are very special. I always knew you were special.
Well,
And you called yourself the One earlier, did you not?
oh, I believe you gave me that title, the one and only.
Yes. I've had a long time. And I didn't agree with a lot of the people at Starmount. But maybe I was the one who was wrong. These recent events made me rethink myself. How would you like to come to where you're from, Ghenghu? Would you like to come back with me to Starmount?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
When do we leave?
Bad vibes.
As soon as we're ready.
Bad
We'll
vibes.
gather things immediately and head out. There's
Can I check to see that this is the real Orlo?
yeah. I mean it
I'm
seems
gonna
like
like
they're-
scan him up and down,
yeah.
like his intentions and everything. I'm inciting him because I don't know what's going on. 14.
It seems like Orlo.
Yeah, let's go. let me get the boys.
All right.
Knock, knock, knock. Boy,
The door's like
boys.
cracked open.
Sorry for the late notice, but we're going to Starmount.
Gentlemen, you are all more than welcome to come. There's some people there I don't care for, but these recent events have enlightened me that you may not always have to agree with the people that you work with. Sometimes there is a greater good, and sacrifices must be made. So if you care to join us, you're more than welcome.
What kind of sacrifices?
Well, like I said, they did things that I didn't agree with. Certain choices they made, the way their values, but I've come to realize that sometimes you have to sacrifice one's values to ensure the good of all people.
Well, do you care to enlighten us on what the plan is going to Starmount and how it relates to what's happening in the rest of Brannicore?
Well, Ghenghu, as I've said, is a very unique automaton. There's not anything like him, but I think that Ghenghu, you might be the key. You keep calling yourself dangerous and a destroyer, but you are not, Ghenghu. I think you're the key to perhaps saving Brannicore in its current state.
Well, thank you.
How is that exactly?
Ghenghu, I think you're right. I think you are the one.
I always knew it.
How is Ghenghu the
I
key?
could feel it.
It's
Speaking cryptically, but you're not giving any details here.
It's a long explanation. As I said, there's not many. There's no warforged like him that has awakened as Ghenghu has, and I think he might
Guys.
be able to help us out.
Sorry, Orlo. Guys. This is important to me. It might not be important to you guys. I know your agenda's tight, but I don't have much to live for. Hell, I don't even know what life really is. I'm still trying to figure that out. So I must go to where I was created. I must figure out the origin.
Was Rango around at any point when Ghenghu was saying there mustn't? Yeah, he was around at one point when Ghenghu said there mustn't be any more like him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Ghenghu, I believe that Orlo wants to take you to Starmount because you're the key to making more like you. You
Insight
just
check.
stated that.
I'm an insight check, yeah.
Which
mean,
one? Rango?
He does it to us all the time, so I'm gonna insight check Rango.
I'm rolling, I guess.
Or I guess you have to persuade me.
Persuasion
Yeah, persuade me.
Okay.
versus insight.
Good luck.
I rolled a 6.
6.
20 differential. Okay. Okay, I believe you. Well,
I mean, it's literally what Orlo just said, right?
Yeah,
It is.
He's pretty much right, Ghenghu. But like I said, it's for the betterment of everyone.
well, I tell you what, Orlo. How about we sleep for the night, and then we'll leave first thing in the morning.
Ghenghu, if what you said is true about Rivermarch, I must protest. It's key that we move now.
Why is...
You
We've
must see
had a doozy of a week, Orlo, and Sersh over here has an ancient tome of great power that's on a timer.
that. I can tell you this right now. That
No, Papa.
Starmount,
Hey, everything alright? I heard my
Yes.
name.
well, you're discussing moving.
Oh.
I mean,
Alright then.
I like my cozy.
Your new book.
I like my cozy cabin as much as you all seem to, but Starmount, they have their own sleeping chambers for guests. Rango, you are a man of business. Lots of business is conducted there. Ojatai, you said that you have a dragon. You worked with religious dragons. There's many other monks and people that praise different deities. Maybe they can be of some help to you and somehow. Trust me, there's plenty to do at Starmount, and it is much more comfortable stay than here, and it's quite extraordinary of a place. And Ghenghu, as I said, if Rivermarch fell, and it fell quickly, then we must move.
Orlo, you made comments of Starmount. They did things against your values of life and protecting things. I don't know how I want to take Kinny to somewhere that gonna possibly do experiments or want to. I don't even know what else.
I can give you my word that Kinny, that nothing will happen to him.
Insight check.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Whisper time.
So Rango, he says that, and just you can just infer that like this guy's not been there for months, and obviously he didn't leave on good graces. So what value does his word mean to those people right now?
Yeah. Okay.
That's,
Yeah. Although you said yourself you've not been there for years. Your word
Well,
can't
not
mean.
months. It's been a couple months. Sorry.
Oh, did he tell
Yeah, he
us
said a
that?
few months.
Yeah, a few months.
Yeah.
months.
He
Okay.
said
Well, he said at
Yeah.
the Ghenghu. Yeah.
everybody was in the room that he like lied about that.
Yeah. Well, although you said it yourself, you've not been there for quite some time. How can we take you on your word as far as protection goes up there?
I do have connections, and although I burned a lot of bridges, if not all, I believe I can sway them. I mean, I don't know why they would want to experiment on him.
And will Ghenghu be safe?
Of course, Ghenghu will be safe. Ghenghu is the key to everything now. I see that now. More than
What
ever.
does being the key mean exactly?
Means hopefully that by working alongside Ghenghu, we can get a look inside his world and understand him and what he is.
With the intentions of
hopefully having more Genghus around.
You can never trust the intentions of something that doesn't even know what intentions are. There will never be one with the same outlook as I have. It's all
Correct.
shaped based on the environment and experiences that you have along the way.
You're right, Ghenghu. And we have warforged that, basically soldiers.
Yes.
But there's a difference between a warforged soldier and you, or any other soldier. They have instinct, they have gut, they have feeling. We can program them to do certain things, but when they're in the fields of battle and choices need to be made, they have certain inputs they follow.
And why would we want more of me?
Because
That's what I don't understand. We keep coming back to this.
Because I see that you're strong, Ghenghu, and you've become this thing that's more than even I expected you to become already. I wanted you to be this intelligent automaton and raise you and such. And you are vastly intelligent, but you also show me that you're quite powerful with your stories. And sadly, I think the dark days of Brandicore are upon us, and I think you might be the solution.
What do you say we go the opposite direction, boys?
Ghenghu, Ghenghu, please. I only want what's best for Brandicore and the rest of this world, as I'm sure you do.
If you have hundreds and thousands of children, and the first thing you do is send them into battle, how will they turn out? What's to say that if we have an army of Warforged to help combat this uprising of kobolds and dragonborn and what have you, that after they're wiped out, that the Warforged don't... How will they behave?
That's my
Ghenghu
point exactly.
has had
Ghenghu
human
help us
interactions
find
with us.
I see this. I know. I realize. But I'm hoping that with Ghenghu we can find a happy medium of some kind. We can put inputs into them, but at the same time they can act on their own accord.
You know, Orlo, it's all about nurture. And the reason why I am is because of you mostly. But also because of these three. This past week, I mean, percentage-wise is a pretty good chunk of my life. And let me tell you, I am now a bona fide ass kicker. All because of these three.
I know.
So you've shaped me just as much as them, and tomorrow's actions will shape me just as much as all this. And nothing will ever be the same. That's something you cannot teach. That's something you cannot replicate.
I know.
And we cannot be responsible for the duds that come out, the bad ones.
That is why
We must stop it
you.
before it even occurs.
You're the only one like you, Ghenghu, and we just want to understand.
It's all unfolding. I don't think I want to be involved.
Although we had a rough week in Rivermarch. What do you say that we do leave in the morning? Maybe give us some time to talk to Ghenghu about this?
Yeah, I mean, just as I propose. Let's just leave in the morning. I mean...
Fine. But we must leave early. Let's get there soon. I'm afraid there's not much time.
Guys, I just don't think I have a good feeling.
What time is it currently?
It's like mid-afternoon.
And all right.
5 or 6. Getting kind of close to nighttime.
All right. Yeah.
I misspoke a little bit. I didn't want to say that directly that I don't want to, or like I don't want to go, but I just feel like I don't want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit up and I'm gonna like go over here and kind of get Sersh's attention. Sersh, uh,
Mm.
team meeting in the greenhouse, right quick.
Oh. All right. Let me just finish this chapter. All right. What goes on?
All right, let's wanna kind
Orlo,
of gesture everyone towards the greenhouse.
Yes.
I'll see
Ghenghu.
you. I'll see you for supper.
Well, I didn't know you started eating.
Oh
What's on
yeah,
the menu?
yeah.
Bolts.
I mean, I don't need much. I just like sitting around the table. You know, a sense of unity every once in a while.
Of course.
Rango, where are you going? You said the greenhouse.
Yeah, let's
This
go
is the
for a stroll,
greenhouse.
boys.
Mhm.
And I'm
You
gonna
guys
kind of like go
wander
towards the
off into the
woods. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um.
Rango,
Yeah, Ghenghu.
yeah, I'm with you. We're not going to Starmount. I've already destroyed his entire lab down there. Before he notices, we've got to get out of here. I mean, while he's sleeping, at least. Get enough rest,
Holy fuck.
and then get out of here. I don't care where we go.
R-
Just not here.
right. So you're still under the impression that there don't need to be more of you, correct?
The only way to stop it is to get an army. Think about it. We have to get an army to overpower 1,000 or more of me,
Okay.
or else we don't stand a chance.
Correct.
So, I think walking in there is just a trap.
So I assume the like time was taken to like fill me in.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. Sersh. Orlo wants to take Ghenghu to Starmount. He claims that he's the key to basically making more of him. But they'd be like hybrids, like partially controlled, partially sentient.
What I'm confused about is he started off saying I was the one and only. Then he said, "Oh, there are some like you, but they're not you." And then he said there are some just like me, but they don't act like me. Or I guess I'm just getting my wires crossed, but I'm very confused.
Rango, while I was on the bed reading, I did notice that you came into the back and you found a book of his. What did that say?
All right. So it seemed to be his journal. It just talked about his time in Starmount, the crazy experiments that they were doing, um, how unethical many of them were becoming, kind of closer to today's time. Um, and towards the end of it, he was speaking on Ghenghu, saying that even if what they were doing up there was unethical but for the greater good, that Ghenghu couldn't end up like the rest of them. I can only presume that he's referring to additional Warforged.
And then as I was laying there, I heard you all speaking in the other room. I overheard Orlo say the words, until recently, and along the lines of like my eyes have been opened recently. I'm gonna be frank with you boys. You know, and 6 hours ago, Orlo didn't want to go anywhere near Starmount. He wanted to keep Ghenghu just as far away. And now, after his walk, he wants to just march up to the gates and.
Well, to be fair, what sent him on the walk was the knowledge of a kobold uprising.
Well, I would say it was a bit of that, but also he found out what Ghenghu's been up to. Before you all were here earlier, while we were inside, he seemed very puzzled and taken aback and almost disappointed on what we've been doing in our adventures, and the fact that Ghenghu is not only taking part, but swinging one of the mightier hammers. I just have a bad feeling that maybe he's in taking Ghenghu away from Starmount when he felt what they were doing was unethical. He was protecting Ghenghu, keeping him. And Ghenghu, I don't mean to speak about you like you're not right there, but
Hey, loud and clear, brother.
but take him away to make sure that he doesn't end up like them, and that he was going to keep him away from there. A part of me fears that now that he's found out that Ghenghu is more like them than he knew, I'm scared he's taking us there to maybe hurt Ghenghu.
You know,
To maybe put him offline, if that makes sense.
a part of me does think that. Part of me also thinks, you know what would stop a kobold uprising? A hell of a lot of me's.
And I believe that that is what Orlo is after.
And I don't know if that's a good idea.
I mean, that's why I raised the question of what happens when a whole lot of Warforged are born directly into war. What happens when the war is over?
That's the thing.
Especially if they're sentient, there's some ethical quandaries there, I imagine.
I wouldn't
Ethics
put it.
is
I wouldn't put it
balancing
past them
beam.
that they decommission them after
Yeah.
the war is over.
That's if they can get their hands on it.
Regardless of their sentience, they wouldn't care.
If they're anything like Ghenghu, then what he said will be true for all of them, if they can catch them. And if they are not of the same attitude as Ghenghu, then maybe not as mild-tempered, given you have some temper issues, but they're at least fairly controlled Ghenghu.
But isn't that just nature? Aren't there some bad apples amongst us all races?
Absolutely. But in this case, you would have thousands born into war, knowing nothing else.
Yes. I do hear you.
Either way, going to Starmount's a gamble.
Going to Starmount is a gamble. I don't know how much you gentlemen care about the Kobold uprising.
Well, I don't think there's much evidence of another attack that we know of.
That we know
At
of.
least yet, yeah.
There's not much of a reason to raise an army like that to only take one city.
I say, Rango, do you know anywhere we can drop off these fire salts?
Another time, Ghenghu.
Oh boy, we've been trying, haven't we?
Well, we need to find a trade network on a real level out of character
Yes.
to get these things out of me.
Yes. That's quite the curveball from the current topic, though.
I agree, but we're talking about where to go, so.
Oh, and still need to try to get Kinny out of here. And
Yes.
I don't think it's a good idea to just keep him with us through all.
I worry. What greater powers could even deal with this army? What happens if Brannicore is just the beginning for these kobolds?
Well, I mean, all we know right now is that they're on, from their perspective, it was their home and it was taken from them. So the optimist would hope that once they've conquered Brannicore, it ends at the mountains.
I think you said it perfectly, Serge. The perspective.
But
now, who's to say? Who's to say the perspective of a robot army, or a unit army, as they would call it, is not the good?
Yeah, as I said, that's the optimist's take. The cynic, which I believe Rango has already thought they wouldn't stop at Brannico.
The only thing that I
Suppose.
can think of that may be able to contest them, other than the Warforged, could possibly be stowed away in Orkondi, Ujitai?
That's what I was about to say. Try to get Kinny to
Literally,
Ornkandi. Yeah.
literally
Dragon on
fight
dragon war.
fire
Yeah,
with fire.
I intended to send a couple of letters with some of the things we found. And kobolds have aligned themselves with Tiamat. My people would be staunchly against that. Might be able to request some aid from them, but it would take some time.
And also, we saw in that ravine in the cave thousands and thousands. Ojitai is the forces at your land's disposal able to compete with that? No disrespect, obviously.
I'm just gonna kind of look down at Kenny, look at the rest of them.
He looks back up at you
Kenny,
and kind of tilts his head.
he hasn't given you all much of a show here, but I can assure you, a full-grown dragon is one hell of a thing.
And
I
how
think that
many dragons are we talking?
I don't know exactly, but even one would be a huge mark in our favor.
But is one enough to compete with if they have Tiamat on their side?
If they've got Tiamat on their side, I'll show the medallion thing I've got. We may have Bahamut on our side. One god's army versus another.
And I'm just gonna like clutch my amulet and just, for Morden's sake.
Out of
Are
character.
we
That's
really?
intense.
Yeah, but are we really discussing the beginnings of starting a?
An fucking a war amongst the gods.
Yeah, guys, let's cut the nonsense. Let's go find. Let's go adventure.
Let's just go off in the woods.
Ghenghu, listen. The adventure's been great.
Got some things to
Everything
do.
that happened in Rivermarch, it was all a great time. But unfortunately, if all we do is adventure, then this is bound to catch up with us and there will be no more adventure to have.
Listen, Rango, I understand what you're saying. I just got a little itch for some adventure, and that's all.
Adventure will come in due time. Just maybe let's approach it with strategically.
Are we going north, south, east, or west, Rango? Your call.
I'm gonna kind of look towards Ojitai and Sersh, and I'm gonna be like, do we take to Orkondi?
It's all right.
I guess so. Cut to black.
right. All right. These are my thoughts. The kobolds have to be dealt with, otherwise they'll tear through the rest of the region. One option in combating them is going to Orkondi and joining forces with Ojitai's people, and maybe
some Game of Thrones shit
of a dragon. The other is we take to Orlo, we go to Starmount, gather information, understand better what the great scientific minds of Branagor have planned for this uprising. Once we understand that and make sure that Ghenghu is safe, we get the fuck out. And then go to Akandi.
Well, here's the conundrum is well, not really a conundrum, but to put it plain and simple, Starmount is putting man's creation against an army of kobolds and their god. Whereas if we go to Okandi, we have the people of Okandi and their god. One of the two options hits us against a god with no god on our side.
I always
If
have a
we
god on my
bail,
side.
if we bail out of Brannicore, then they're gonna do the best they can, whether we're here or not, whether Ghenghu's here or not. They'll send their Warforged as they are. Maybe they won't be fighting quite as well as if Ghenghu made the ultimate sacrifice to empower them. But
Well, I'm not sure that's quite what he meant, but
yeah, well,
I don't know if that's not what he meant either, though.
yeah, why you are spitting facts right now.
exactly. Gentlemen, I don't think we should visit Starmount. I'd say that we should probably head back to Sumber Hills and tuck our tail between our legs and run.
That's exactly what a edge fighting warlock would say. Coward. I'm just kidding.
Sometimes being a coward is the same as being smart.
Sometimes. Keyword is sometimes there.
Other times, being a coward is being a bitch. But in this case, I think it is being smart.
Most of the time.
I don't feel like we're in a good spot to return to Orlo with this news.
Well, let's give him the impression that we're going with him in the morning. Let's make sure he doesn't go in the cellar, and if he does, we make a run for it.
Right. Chuchi, could you go take a look over Orlo's place?
Sure. I'll go, Rango. Why not?
And then I'm assuming that we're off in the woods, so I want to kind of send him so that he can see if Orlo's. I want to know if Orlo's been in the greenhouse.
Yeah. Have Chuchi roll a perception check / investigation if you want to do that.
Okay, well, if it's okay,
whichever one you choose between those two.
7.
All right. It does not look. It does not appear. He doesn't see Orlo, and it doesn't appear that the greenhouse has been opened.
Okay. All right. Well, it doesn't seem like he's been in the greenhouse. So, and then I'm gonna have Chuchi come back. If we'd like to return, put him under the guise that we'll be leaving with him in the morning, and then once he's asleep, we bail out?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Why not just bail out now?
He's awake.
If that's
that's
the
rude.
Ghenghu, would you at least want to talk with him again?
Well, no, we're good. We're good. We can leave now. I mean,
the thing is that knowing what he knows now, if we try to leave with you, I don't know what kind of actions he would take, Ghenghu.
Well, we can leave now. Did you guys leave anything in the cabin?
I didn't.
No.
Let's go.
But where?
Can I insight? No, I'm not going to do that. Just fucking.
Let's just.
I think this is just Ghenghu.
I think
Ghenghu's
out of
fucking ready to
character.
leave again, dude.
Out of character. This whole scheme with this man is over with for now. We might be back to this guy. But yeah. I'm not going to Starmount, so whenever we're leaving, we're leaving.
Yeah, it seems dangerous to me, so. What the fuck?
They might praise me like their Lord and Savior.
Gaza's up to antics.
Or they might dismantle you and try to do a
No, not for you,
an
Taz.
autopsy to see
Choke on
what's
that.
making
That's
you sick.
that's also facts.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. Well, well, if we leave and we're going to a Conde, then how are we gonna get out of here? To
Well,
the south, or
No.
to the east?
Well, I guess that's up to Ojitai since
To the west.
he has knowledge of cardinal directions.
To the west. We're going to the coast. Gonna hitch a ride at the port, huh?
Well, I don't know where the
Well,
frick this place is, so.
Ojitai said his temple's on the coast, so I believe that's going to be our quickest way there. We won't have to go through border patrol with Kinny.
You're saying we go, what, to Branacor?
Port
Or run
Branacor.
their ships? Port
Stow away.
Branacor, yes.
All right. I'm in.
I am also in.
Well,
Good of a plan as we got.
we need to hit Sumber Valley.
For Hills.
Sumber fucking Hills.
You just did a business deal there, man.
Yeah, well, you know, I glossed over the papers about as quickly as he did, I'm sure. Anyways, yeah, I need to get through there. I've got fellow associates spread all over Brannicle, and I need to make sure they're safe. Plans have obviously changed for me. I was setting up shop in all these towns, but if they're all just going to get wrecked in the coming months, then obviously that wouldn't be a worthwhile investment. So I need to get word out to all of them. So let's hit Sumber Valley. That way I can go speak with Walla Walla, ask that he get word out to everyone. We'll be passing through Port Brannicore. I'll see another member there, and then Godspeed to the others.
All right.
I said it better myself. May I request that we end it here?
Sure, if that's where you guys want to end it.
I think it's a good point to start a
Road
storyline next point.
Trip.
So you guys.
Ryan's like, fuck, I gotta build Oconde? This is some bullshit.
So you guys are, if I get this straight, you're planning on heading back towards Sumber Hills first.
Hey, let me pull up my map. Yeah.
And then how are you making your way towards Brannicore Port?
Through Rivermarch.
Not through Rivermarch. Around the bottom of the mountain.
Why don't we just go by Thigh-Scarred
down
around?
towards through Bogsworm Swamp, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to go to the swamp.
We don't want to go.
No, we can't go toward Rivermarch.
The swamp is infested with fucking frog people.
What?
We know
you don't
this.
Think a level 7 barbarian could handle it?
I would love for you guys to go to the swamp just because I love bullywugs.
I'm down to go.
The quickest path to Port Brannicore would be around the north side of Starmount.
Mm-hmm.
That path also
But the safest path.
might have a bunch of kobolds all over it.
Yes.
This is true. So we're
So
gonna
we
do
go
one
south.
of the two, Ryan.
Okay.
I plan for both.
I would prefer a decision, but I will try to plan for both.
I will say we're already south of Sumber Hills, like toward Thigh-Scarred.
Okay.
So we are already that direction if we just keep going
Could
south.
try to just go south and around.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do that.
We'll
probably do that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Let's see some frog people.
Dude, I love bullywugs.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
What?
Ghenghu knows Undercommon.
Oh my god.
Is that what Bullywug's speaking?
I mean, anything that's underwater, I guess.
Oh.
Like
Ryan's like,
I'll
do they
No, not but what are they called? The
Kuatoa.
The Kuatoa does Undercommon. Yeah.
Bullywug.
They can communicate simple. They speak bullywug. That's their language.
That's their language is Bullywug.
Yeah, actually, what the fuck?
What does it sound like? Can you demonstrate it for us?
You want to hear bullywugs?
Of course.
Okay.
Or should we hold it to the moment?
He said, "Okay."
Dude, I have it ready. If you
Please hold it for the moment. Hold it for the moment.
Forward to this one.
Yeah, hold it for the moment.
He's like, I've been living for this moment.
I also had one for automatons as well, and Warforged.
Hell yeah!
Both of them are equally as cool, I think. But the bullywug more funny.
Holy fucking shit, dude! I'm literally the odds of no that more of my associates are gonna die.
Oh, high. Very high.
Very high.
You have an army tearing through the region, and you've only made contact with one of your hands. The other one's dead.
Yeah. We're talking about
Well,
full-on war between, religious groups. It's gonna get real messy.
I mean,
I thought this was like level 16 nonsense. What are we doing? We're getting involved with war.
Planning ahead.
Yeah.
Some time to get to Konami.
Yeah, we fucking spent a week in Branacor, and an entire army attacked Rivermarch and fucking burned it to the ground. We're level 7. We can't compete with it. We're just having to make do. We're preparing for the worst here. I'm excited to go to Orkandi. This is gonna be badass.
Yeah,
when you said a War of the Gods, I was like, holy shit.
We're planning for the late game already.
Yeah.
This session had like real Hellentra vibes, Cole, to the when we went to your manor.
Yeah. Trying to figure shit out.
Strong vibes, strong lore.
Yeah. I think that I'm under the impression we're making the right choice by not taking Ghenghu to Starmount. I think that if we had gone there, I think that if we had gone there, he would have been in trouble, and we would have had to, finagle our way out of it. And I think we could have.
Because this is a game and we have to stick together, it makes the decisions a little different. Because I feel like naturally Ghenghu would want to kind of believe in his dude that created him.
Yeah.
But then also there's the influence of the people we've been with for a week. How much of an influence does it actually have? But at the end of the day, we have to stick together with a plan. And I just have to back off after a little bit, It's weird.
I'll say this, that's not entirely true,
because if I go by myself, I don't know how DM wise that works.
I have plans and stuff because I have contingency plans for if people get separated on what to do.
Gotcha.
If a character goes a separate route where they're like never going to be like the odds of them crossing paths again are super low,
make a new character.
Just make a new character.
Or if to get through like a certain arc, let's say, I don't know, like Rango for some reason's like, nah, I'm not going with you guys. I'm going back into Rivermarch. I gotta try to find some people that I gotta save. But like maybe Rango battles his way out of it. We could have like some dude y'all pass be like some other Australian guy that Cole has made up, and he can help. He's down there in the Bullywug Swamp, and he's lived down there his whole life, and he's your guide out. And you guys get out, and then Rango wraps back around. He's like, "Oh, you guys, I made
if there's a dude showing up from the Bullywug Swamp, it's fucking Jambalaya Cack."
I can't wait if you guys. Any decision you guys make out of the two decisions y'all have given me, which is pretty much either you guys are going to go to Starmount, or you guys are gonna wrap your way around the bottom and go to Brandicore Port. Either way, I'm gonna have a good time. I'll have to prep differently for both though.
We're going around. Are we in
We're going
agreement?
down. We're going down.
Yeah, we're going down and around up to port. So
And
only
plot twist,
only
Ghenghu's
gotta worry
going to
about that.
Starmount, and you're finding largemouth bass in the swamp.
Oh my god.
If you want that to happen, we can make that happen.
No, it's not happening.
With us talking about going to Orlandi, I gave you basically nothing for building out my backstory in that.
Yeah,
whole
if you want it,
location.
if you want to give me some stuff, we can work on it together. I imagine that it won't happen soon.
Right, and we could still get at least some base work.
Yeah, right.
Together on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we've got to do the road to Bog Swarm, then the road beside Bog Swarm, then we've got to do the coast up to Port Brandicore, then we've got to do Port Brandicore.
It's gonna take us like 2 months. Let's be real.
Got a while.
If we walk it,
No, we're not fucking walking it. We're absolutely not fucking walking it.
Well, as of right now, we're walking
to
it.
Port Brandicore.
No, wait, what? No, absolutely fucking no. We're going to Sumber Hills, then I'm gonna fucking hire the first wagon I see, even if it's for a premium.
Dude, they're all farmers. Who's gonna give you a ride to Port Brandicore from Sumber Hills?
They have traders coming through.
What was his name? Walla
Walla Walla Ifrit. He'll just fucking fly us over Starmount to Port Brandicore. You know?
You can't pick me up. That's a fact.
Metal Man has to stay behind.
See ya. Largemouth bass, enter story.
All
Dude,
right.
I want to bring him back someday.
Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah.
The whole no talking thing was so much fun.
If we ever get to a point where we want to like pause the session for a week and somebody wants to do a one shot where I get to play, hey, I'm just saying, I'm always down for one shots because I don't get to play like as a character very often.
And if people wanted to do that, I had a mostly planned 1 or 2 shot thing put together.
Hey,
heck yeah!
Just saying.
Dude, I'll bring back largemouth bass. Let's do it. I have a couple other ones too.
I'll do a slightly more serious character than Kinny Longmire.
I had a what's it called? A warlock called Rolling Crits. He was a badass.
Oh my god. Rolling Crits, dude.
I gotta tell you,
ROLANDCRITZ.
I gotta tell y'all like the spells I have for whatchamacallit really fast.
For Kinny.
For Kinny. Oh, they're so useless. He's a level 5. He's a level 5, so he's a level 4 sorcerer and a level 1 bard. These are the spells I have like prepared to use. So cantrips, I have Dancing Light, Mage Hand, Mending, Message, that's the one attack. Mind Silver is the one, or Mind Sliver, sorry, is the one like attacking thing that like can do damage. And then Minor Illusion are my cantrips. My first level spells are Disguise Self, Healing Word, Identify, Jump, Silent Image, and Speak with Animals. Second level is Alter Self, another Healing Word at second level, Mirror Image, and Pyrotechnics. Third level is just Healing Word. So I'm literally like so useless.
You're like a Swiss Army knife with no knives.
And then my
Swiss Army knife, all the blades are dull.
Since I'm a sorcerer, I don't use armor, so my armor class is 10. And then my primary weapon is a boomerang.
Nice. I fuck with that. I think is that in the drawing?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, he's got a hammer.
Yeah, that's just I don't know.
It kind of looks like a schlong.
Yeah. And then he uses his instrument, since he's a bard, is bagpipes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, beautiful.
And he's got a crippling gambling addiction. Like,
yep, I read that. That's
really
hilarious.
like. If there's any chance for him to gamble, he will break down and gamble right then and there. But I do have the lucky feet, so super, dude. I'm literally. It's almost. I have another character that I'm waiting to unleash on the world. Sometimes when I get bored, I just make characters.
Is it the more serious one, or is it?
It's more serious. Clifford Longshanks.
Oh, I think
Hell
I've
yeah.
heard that name.
Halfling fighter. His backstory is he's a gladiator, feared in the arena from where he's from.
In the arena, this halfling.
He's a halfling. Yes.
Heck yeah.
This
Dude, I'm so down to just like pass a week and then do a one shot.
I'd be down. I'm excited for this where I thought we were going to go at the beginning of the session versus where we're going to go at the end of this session is vastly different from what I was expecting. Actually, it's not totally different because me and Scotty had joked about starting the session and being like, let's go to Orkandi.
Yeah, we did.
So it kind of came full circle.
Let's see Ryan's face, and we just started the session and be like, all right, well, let's go to Orkandi right now.
We just had
not to spoil anything.
Oh, already spoiled.
Starmount. I do have like 750 word like page about Starmount ready to go.
Oh, we're going someday.
Oh, I'm
eventually.
We'll just return with Bahamut.
But
I'll return with 5 more levels.
The way I think I made this clear. The way that my worlds work is it's everything has an effect on the rest of the world.
Yeah, but there's a base plan
happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
While we're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
everywhere. Your decision to go this direction has effects, like even from last session, where you guys are like, we're gonna go out towards Starmount and Sumber Hills. That had effects on other places.
So now they know one is out on the run, and he could go tell anybody. He could go to Starmount and let somebody know. I mean,
we could be hunted. We could be hunted by Starmount goons.
He can't really hide me, so.
I'm surprised nobody's asked me if anything's going on in Cabbageville.
I mean, it's on fire.
We're assuming Cabbageville's fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't let you know.
Kenkins, R.I.P. Kenkins. That's all I'm gonna say.
Rip.
I'm super hyped though. Either way, like I said, bullywugs are my like bread and butter.
All right.
Kobolds and bullywugs. I love those guys.
Kiss the stream goodbye, fellas.
Bye, stream.
See ya.
Bye-bye.